necessarily kick it to Pyatt because he can bring it back, but I don't think that Andy Lowry wanted to kick that out of bounds.
Well, he doesn't want to kick it out of bounds, but you could squib it and get it bouncing down there.
And while they decide to set that ball down, let's go down on the sideline. Nope, once again, we will pay attention to him here in a second. 3:07 left in this first period as Cutlip moves on out. Nelson is his tailback, 65 carries, 461 yards coming into the game. 21 catches, however, Sam, for 179 yards and 8.5 average.
Good athlete.
He is a terrific athlete. You know, you fill the shoes of a Will Rogers, that's got to be a little hard to do.
Will Rogers was excellent last year, did a great
Deuce
job.
formation, couple of wideouts off to each side. Cutlip is the quarterback, drops straight back. Quick hitch pass, not on the same page. Phillips looked out at the defender instead of looking in. Cutlip went to him, couldn't find him. And let's go down and find out what the answer man has for us here tonight, Ron Kruk.
Guys, right now, the Arvada West offense is very much out of sync. The offensive line came into the game knowing Columbine was going to blitz, but they can't stop them. They're getting pressure on Cutlip. Also, there's a lot of miscommunication going on. On the pass where Cutlip was almost intercepted, to Coach Dave Logan called a roll right. Instead, he rolled left, and it was almost intercepted. But being the competitor he is, Steve Cutlip came off on the sideline, said, next possession, we're scoring, let's get it done. Back upstairs to you guys.
Thank you, Ron. Just now setting up an inside screen move to Brad Pyatt because he has so much speed, Sam. Ball over his head. Cutlip looking like he isn't able to set his feet. A lot of pressure, as Ron just alluded to, from that front four of Trujillo and the Hofschneider brothers in Lozano.
He's not real sharp, as you said. He's not setting his feet. But see that mental there. I thought the play should have been rolled it to the wide side of the field, and coach is upset. He rolls it to the short side.
Trips to the left side. Single receiver, Pyatt up at the top of the screen. Second down and 10, 35-yard formation. Trying to set up a screen. Find Nelson underneath. Downfield blocking is there. He tries to put on a move. Hurdles somebody. Comes down at the 36-yard line. Not nearly enough for a first down. It's going to be a 4th down and 9 for the Wildcats as they get set to punt this one off.
Watch the screenplay. Watch Cutlip with the poise. Get the ball to Nelson and watch Columbine with pursuit. Good poise right there. Now he drifts. Throw the ball to Nelson. He's looking upfield. He gets some good blocks, and Flaherty, number 4, came right up there and make the hit on Nelson.
The downfield blocking was there. Unfortunately, there were more white jerseys than there were purple jerseys, and right now they're missing somebody, so the Arvada West Wildcats have to call a timeout. 2:20 and counting in the first period. 4th down and 9. Wildcats set to punt this one away, and there's a timeout on the field as they bring somebody on in. We're going to do the same thing when we come back. We'll give you that punt right here on TV 53 Sports.
Arvada Silicon Village is proud to sponsor our area high schools and glad to be your local supplier of all your computer needs at 5601 Old Wadsworth in Old Town Arvada. The best in service, support, new and used computers, as well as those needed repairs and upgrades. Arvada Silicon Village, 421-2030.
And welcome back once again to Jeffco Stadium. Don Martin, Sam Pagano, Ron Kruk, the Arvada West Wildcats 4th and 9, set to punt this one away. And Sam, right now the cylinders aren't clicking for either offense, but the Columbine Rebels with 2:20 left in the period have a 3-0 lead.
Cutlip's only completed 2 passes out of 7 for 29 yards.
Looney back to receive this punt, in to kick it away, Solanke. Solanke has a nice average of 38 yards. The last one he shanked off the side of his foot, and that one almost went over his head. He does get his foot into this one. Nice high punt, not a lot of distance. It's coming down, hitting about the 39-yard line. Takes an Arvada West bounce. Inside the 35, down to the 34. And once again, nice field position for Travis Rawls and company as the Rebels come out on the field.
They don't give you anything for height. He needed distance. He's got to pin Columbine back there. He's got to boom one straight back to the goalpost.
It went higher than it went long.
That's right.
There was no doubt about it. We're in the 6th week of the season, and you know, right now you are dead in the middle of all of your races. I mean, this game here tonight, a lot of playoff implications. Columbine only 1 loss in the season, not in the division, so they still have a chance to win a league championship.
They sure do. They still got to play Bear Creek.
Bear Creek knocks off Arvada West last week, and Bear Creek doesn't have an easy track of it getting through either. Handoff inside to Newberry. He bounces to the outside. Nice defensive stand. Campbell takes him down as the Arvada West 4-3 defense finally kicks in a little bit. They've given up 28 points a game. Total, they have given up 44 rushing yards a game, Sam. So rushing has really not been their problem.
Well,
they're giving up 202 passing yards
Well,
a
they're
game.
getting beat in the secondary, and they got beat against Mullen with the fade pass, and Bear Creek with a lot of the fade passes up on the sidelines.
2nd and 11. Ball on the 33-yard line of the Rebels. They have a lead, 3-0. 1 minute, 30 seconds left in the first quarter, excuse me. Inside handoff. Breaking it to the outside is Hester. He's still on his feet. Out to the 50, down to the 49. Nice power running. It was Lorenz, not Hessler. You have Hester, Lorenz, and Newberry all switching off.
Well, let's take a look. Watch the good blocking right there, and watch the back cut back. Take a look, but keep an eye on the bottom of your screen, and watch Kraft get a nice little stock block for Lorenz right there. Number 40 doesn't clip him, and he does a great job. Matt Lorenz, running back for the Rebels.
Finally taking him down, Don Reese, the free safety. And you have a 1st down and 10 in Arvada West territory at the 49-yard line. I-formation set. Wide out at the top of the screen is Mike Kraft. Quarterback, Travis Rawls. Rawls looks inside, gives it to the wingback coming off. And that's going to be Sunkolb. Sunkolb has entered the game for the first time as well. I remember him from last year. Sunkolb had quite a few long runs.
Well, he ran that inside reverse, I believe, last year.
Absolutely.
And I tell you what, Arvada West does a great job against the run, and they have, you know, and here's Columbine, a strong running team, and Awest hasn't given them that much on the ground tonight.
Injured on the play for the Wildcats, big number 79, David Borcher. We'll find out how he's doing in a matter of seconds when we come back from this timeout on TV 53 Sports.
We invite you to experience the taste of Old Italy. We guarantee quality, freshness, and the finest ingredients. We have Arvada's best calzones, gourmet pizza, and lunch buffet. Join us at Florentino's, 65th and Wadsworth, today.
And we are back once again at Jeffco Stadium. Don Martin, Sam Pagano, Ron Kruk with you. Down on the middle of the field there, big number 79, David Borcher, 6'2", 210, a senior. 7 sacks on the season, Sam. He's 9th in the state in sacks. They cannot afford to lose him. He needs to clog up that middle tonight.
Well, anybody's, you know, he's got great size, but anytime you get a guy that's got a lot of sacks and getting to the quarterback, it looks like it's not real serious. He's walking off on his own.
Yes,
so I see a couple plays, he'll be back in there.
Absolutely. Find out here in a moment who came in to replace him because I can't see the numbers inside. A couple of youngsters having a good time.
Ooh,
it is
bang, hitting them away. Violence down there on the side.
Their homecoming, and you've been watching too many cartoons, young ladies. What's going on here? 30 seconds and counting. Rawls with the football, the quarterback for the Rebels. They have a 3-0 lead. Inside, quick handoff. This time giving it to Hester. Hester does have the football. And as I say that, it's Scott Thompson. They are rotating so many running backs into this game right now.
Might have a face mask down there.
And our first flag of the night, if a flag indeed went up. This is our first penalty of the night with 18 seconds left in the first period.
Did you hear on the mic? That's penalty on Awest.
What'd they say?
The one coach, you could hear him say, "Are you going to play tonight?" He's asking one of those players that just picked up. Are you going to play tonight or what?
Hello.
What was that?
I'm waiting for the call, but they're walking off 10 yards. Here we go. Face mask, as Sam Pagano said. They're going to give him the big 15. Moving on down. First down and 10. 30-yard line. Might even be at the tip of the 29-yard line of the Arvada West Wildcats. This should be the last play of the first period. Moving to the top of the screen is Kraft. Down at the lower part of your screen is Justin White. And that's going to do it for the period. The score 3-0. The Rebels with the football. When we come back, they'll have the ball at the 29-yard line. First and 10 of the Wildcats, holding a lead on the TV 53 Game of the Week.
The experienced staff at Arvada Locks, Clocks, and Safes invite you to our showroom at the Fairlane Shopping Center, where you'll see our full line of locks, safes, and ADA hardware. We're proud to feature Marks lock sets, crafted with pride in the USA. Marks is a leader in quality and price. And we feature the Trilogy Access Control Security Lock by Alarm Lock, your answer to keyless entry. And don't forget, we have antique and cuckoo clock sales and repair. It's Arvada Locks, Clocks, and Safe, offering Marks and Alarm Lock for all your security needs.
We are back once again. Jeffco Stadium, 6th and Kipling. Grass torn up as usual. We get used to that at this time of the year out here after 6 games. The Arvada West Wildcats, they are trailing 3-0. 12 new minutes up on the clock. Take a good look at their cheerleaders. It's their homecoming here tonight. The Rebels from Columbine have a 3-0 lead, as we just alluded to. We're going to switch sides and see what they can do with that ball firmly planted now at the Arvada West 29-yard line.
1st and 10, great field position. They're moving the football. They got to be consistent right here to get another score.
Travis Rawls, their quarterback, 10th in passing in the state, has 1 pass here tonight. He just fading back now for his second, and he is taken down for a loss. Jumping straight up in his face, Casey Waychoff. Waychoff jumps in there, 6'1", 200-pound senior, and makes his 14th tackle of the season. 28 unassisted.
Waychoff, they're blitzing. Rudy Andrade said they were going to blitz, and here they come, and they sack Travis Rawls for a good loss. So they need to blitz and mix it up, because when you're giving up a lot of points, and talking to Rudy Andrade, the defensive coordinator, he said tonight, he said, I'll guarantee you we're going to be bringing them and do a lot of blitzing tonight.
Ball's all the way back, Sam, to the 37-yard line. They need to get it inside the 19 for a first. Quick shot right up the middle.
Oh.
Flag calls out, too. Ball's down on the ground. Flags flying everywhere. We're going to find out what's going on in a moment. All kinds of guys in purple saying we have the football. Columbine now clapping their hands saying they got it back, and they did. Jumping back on that football, Scott Thompson. But now let's find out from our official what happened. Unless that was not a flag, that was that little white bag of theirs as they throw it in there trying to mark the football. Rebels have it back. Let's watch it again.
Here they go. Take a look at it. They just handed it off. He drops it. Number 41, Scott Thompson, just coughed it up. I thought he had it in the pocket, and then it was on the ground.
Well, he picks up 4 yards on that miscue and gets the ball back himself. Dropping straight back is Rawls. Here it is. Pressure again. He is going down. David Borcher comes back in the game. 2nd sack for the Wildcats in 3 plays. And this is a big loss back to the 42-yard line now of the Arvada West Wildcats. Columbine with the ball.
Well, that'll give your defense some confidence. A lot of blitzing, a lot of sacks. And here they were on the 29-yard line, 1st and 10, and now they're backed up and they're going to have to kick the ball. They're even out of field goal range. With their field goal kicker, they might have had a shot.
Twisselman back in to punt this away. Duran and Pyatt back to receive. And what an unbelievable series of plays for the Wildcats as their defense decides to jump in the face of some Columbine Rebels, because the Rebels had it deep in their territory. Beautiful kick by Twisselman. It's going to take a bounce. You hear everybody saying let it go. Probably shouldn't have, as that ball goes out of bounds at the 5-yard line.
That's the guy you wanted in his hands. You want Pyatt to get the ball in his hands.
Well, they thought that ball was going to take a bounce and go into the end zone, and it didn't. And a nice bounce for the Rebels. And once again, Trujillo, the Hochschneider brothers, Lozano up front. They come back in for Andy Lowry and company, and the Arvada West Wildcats, Steve Cutlip and company, come in and try to get an offense moving.
Maybe the problem is he's not wearing his number 7. He should have his regular number, but he's misplaced his jersey, and he's wearing number 9.
Is that one of those luck things? I mean,
sometimes
are you into that now?
Sometimes it just doesn't work on some Friday nights. But I tell you, Steve Cutlip better get it in gear and get the offense moving here.
I've been reading that book, Friday Night Lights.
Yeah, I had
what a good book. And I tell you what, Texas football at the high school level is unbelievable. A couple of wideouts off to the lower part of your screen. Pyatt goes in motion from right to left. Cutlip looking back. Hands the ball straight back. Nope, bootleg, rolls it out, left side, looking underneath, finds his man. He catches it. Pyatt has a football. Quick spin move inside, down at the 18-yard line. They're finally going to mark it. 1st down and 10, and that was a well-executed play.
Don, he was so well poised on that naked or waggle. He came out there. He wanted to go to the short man, and then he decided to go to the deep out. Take a look at this. Watch him fake the zone play. Watch how poised he is. Going to his left. He wanted to go short. You throw that. He threw that right on a dime. Great arm. Great, well-executed play.
Phillips, Laranger, Krako all check in for the Wildcats. Just a quick pitch back. Nelson has it. Cuts across the grain. breaks it across the 20 down to the 22-yard line. Offense starting to click a little bit now. Nice downfield blocking by Phillips.
That was a nice looking play there. I tell you, they were stringing it out. Nelson was waiting to cut it back, and I tell you what, when he cuts, he's going to be gone. They're tough to defense. They have a lot of speed and a great quarterback. They have a lot of tools offensively, Don. Dave's done a great job of putting a good offense together, and every year they score a lot of points. Right now, they haven't scored any.
Craighead off to the left side, spread wide. Phillips down at the lower part of your screen. Nelson goes in motion. Krakow thrown back in the backfield. They give it to him right up the middle. Still on his feet. Crosses the 30 down to the 34-yard line. Strong, the hard-nosed running by Krakow.
Quick little trap play. I think they pulled a lineman there. Let's take a look at it right here. Watch Cutlip reverse it. Yeah, quick little trap right there. Nice hole. Look at the purple jerseys up there making a good hole for the fullback.
Finally taken down by Scott Thompson, who's going both ways tonight. Lower end of your screen will be Gino Phillips. Up at the top end of the screen, looks like it's Damon Story right now. A couple backs in the backfield for Cutlip. 5 men on that line of scrimmage for Columbine. Here they come backside. Cutlip is not going to get that one away. He is taken down. One way or another, he was going down. Rocky Hofschneider gets him this time. But there were 3 guys back there, Sam. Backside was pressing hard, and then Hofschneider brings him down.
Good pressure, and I was just about to say after that play, this has been the best series of plays for Arvada West. Consistent, and they were doing a good job, and then they didn't block it right there.
11-yard loss. Second down and about a $50 cab fare as they have to get this ball all the way out to the 45-yard line for a first, Sam. They are resting now at the 23-yard line.
They could throw a deep out to one of those receivers and get half of it.
Second and 21, 7:36 left in the first half. 3-0 advantage for the Rebels. Going in motion is Duran. Duran going to the top of the screen, trips off to the left side. Nelson in the flat, he gets it on the screen. Can he turn it up? No! He ran into a house. Coronado Lozano, the 6'3", 200-pound defensive tackle, and he just ate him up.
Say that again. What's that young man's name? You said that great.
Coronado Lozano.
Good Lozano. Good job. I tell you what, they have great credentials, and they got great numbers the way they play defense. And I tell you what, that's great pursuit for a down lineman to get over there and bring Nelson down, who has great speed.
Absolutely. Still waiting for a play is Steve Cutlip. He's coming all the way over. Dave Logan going to give him that play. The official's going to mark the ball as they're going to say clipping on the offense. There was a flag on the play. That's what took it so long. We did not see it. It was across the field. Declining the penalty will be the Rebels because it's going to make it a 3rd down and 21 instead of a 2nd down and 40. Pyatt comes to the lower end of the screen with Duran. Up at the top end of the screen, you have Phillips along with, I'm trying to figure out who else. It's Craighead up there. Lone back in the backfield is Nelson. Cutlip, the quarterback, drops straight back. Here comes the pressure. He's going to let this one go. Fade route. His man's out there, and he catches it over the shoulder. Pyatt off to the races. They're not going to catch him. Touchdown for Brad Pyatt. How he caught that over his shoulder, I have no idea. It was the outside shoulder. He looked inside first, and what a beautiful timing pattern as that young man ran underneath it. 75 yards on that touchdown.
That's a two-way player. Brad Pyatt did a great job. Watch, just throws a streak to him right there, gets behind the corner, and what great concentration. And then watch the separation. He gets away from the best player, Mike Kraft, the corner, who's an outstanding player. But I tell you, the speed that Pyatt has, he and Nelson do a great job and have great speed.
Unbelievable. That was a wonderful play. 80 yards. I was misspoken. It was an 80-yard touchdown connection between Steve Cutlip and his speedy receiver, Brad Pyatt. The score 7-3, and we'll be back with more after this on TV 53 Sports.
Buying direct from growers, offering the freshest product available. Get your homecoming boutonniere or corsages here. We're proud to support high school football. And remember, a dozen roses are always $9.99 at the Piccadilly Peddler.
Well, welcome back once again to an offensive explosion, ladies and gentlemen. As Steve Cutlip, the #1 rated passing quarterback in the state, just connected. He had 1,420 yards coming in, give him 1,500 now after that 80-yard connection with Cutlip to Brad Pyatt. Pyatt now with 6 TDs receiving on the season. 2 of them, he also has bringing the ball back on punts. Young man is just a speedy little receiver, and just like that, Andy Lowry and company find themselves behind 7-3 after really shutting this offense down for a quarter and a half.
Just like that, as you said, I was going to tell you, where they're playing great defense. They're stopping the run. They're all over the field, but you got to defense the Wildcats every play. And right there, Cutlip to Pyatt, 7 touchdown, boom, you're behind, and all of a sudden you got to get a good rally going right here for Columbine.
Jacques Melot's going to put his foot into this. Newberry Looney back once again for the Rebels. It's going to land into the hands of Newberry. Newberry has it, trips at the 10, crosses the 15, still on his feet. Out at the 16 and taken down. Excellent downfield tackling. And finally pulling that young man down was big number 20, Dirk Cisneros. Cisneros just one-on-one tackled and just nailed him and pulled him straight down.
Well, the ball was kicked deep. It was kicked pretty good, and they had great coverage that time.
First down and 10, 16-yard line of the Rebels. They have the football, find themselves trailing for the first time tonight. 6:48 and counting in the first half. 7-3 ball game. Arvada West with the lead. Don Martin, Sam Pagano, Ron Kruk with you. We'll get some stats for you here in a moment as far as that first drive was, or that last drive was concerned. The third or fourth one on the night. I almost screwed that one up big time. That was the fourth drive of the night. That's how much this defense has done here tonight for the Rebels.
Well, Columbine's got to put a little drive together and see if they can get back in right here because they just fell behind. But Steve Cutlip is 5 for 10 for 118 yards, and Nelson is rushed for 12 yards on 3 carries tonight.
But the big stat on there is Cutlip was 3 for 3 in that last drive. 71 yards is what they're giving him. It has to be a little bit more than that because it was an 80-yard touchdown pass. So the young man, he finally settled down a little bit.
Settled down. They were going good until they got sacked there. Then they came up with the touchdown.
Can Travis Rawls and company answer? Quick shot up the middle. Nowhere to go. Wakehoff right in there again. Wakehoff has had a great first half at his defensive left tackle position for the Wildcats. He just took Thompson straight down. Second consecutive carry by Thompson. He has 2 yards on it.
Well, Arvada West is doing a good job against the run right there, stuffing that, and then they're blitzing a little bit on it. So Columbine's going to have to mix it up, either try to get outside, maybe a little option, or throw the ball and execute their passing game, because I don't think they're going to run the football between the tackles because Awest is real physical tonight.
Grant Hester brings the play in from Andy Lowry. Columbine Rebels come out, 3rd down and 6. 5.5 minutes left in the first half. Ball on their own 20-yard line. They trail 7-3 on the TV 53 game of the week. Have a couple wideouts in tight up at the top of the screen. Dropping straight back as Rawls looks underneath, finds his man, completes the pass. Hester has it. Can he get to the first down marker? That's the question. It does not appear as if he did from here. Duran knocks him out. Also helping him on that play was Wachoff.
They're a little short. West already got their punt return in it, and I tell you what, watching this guy, number 3. You just saw him go 60, 80, well, how many, 80 yards for a touchdown pass. Now watch Pyatt on a punt return right here. He's deep, number 3.
He is number 3. Next to him will be Mike Duran, number 2. Back to kick this away will be Twisselman. 4th down and 2, 24-yard line of the Rebels, and they're going to kick it away. Your return men standing comfortably at their own 42-yard line. If you just joined us, the Wildcats in purple. Columbine in the white and gray. That ball got blocked. The ball was blocked. Picking it up inside is Lucas. Lucas knew exactly where he was. He catches the ball at the 30, brings it inside the 30, down to the 26-yard line with 5:03 left in the first half. Arvada West Wildcat offense with great field position.
Watch the rush right here. They do a good job, and the punter's deep enough. He's 14, 15 yards back. Great effort, gets the football and does a good job. That's Dan Mayer, number 98 for Awest, and that's Lucas, number 12, that advances the ball. Now you give the Wildcats great field position inside the 30-yard line.
Pyatt to the lower end of your screen. Up at the top of the screen, you have Craig Hedden Phillips, your quarterback, Steve Cutlip. Rebels have to stop him here. Single back in the backfield is Nelson. Going in motion is Phillips. Running straight back, give it off to Nelson. He's following behind Phillips. Can he turn it up? Look at the speed as he turns it up. They grab him by the collar as he goes out of the 20-yard line. Nice defense catching up to him anyway. And grabbing him first was Thompson.
And then there was Rocky Hofschneider right there, number 55, who has great quickness to get down to the line of scrimmage. Let's look at Nelson right here. Now watch the defense come in there. That's Hofschneider and Scott Thompson, number 41.
Absolutely. Hofschneider at 6'2", 212 pounds, Sam.
He can move. He can move down the line of scrimmage.
Nelson, 5'9", 155, and you know he's a speedster. 4 minutes, 55 seconds left in this first half. Official timeout. They're trying to figure out what's going on the field. Dave Logan put a play in. He's telling his guys stay in there. Laranger's in here as well. While there's a timeout on the field, let's go down to Ron Kruk, find out what's going on once again. Take it away, Ron.
Guys, I was over on the Columbine bench before the touchdown, and they were saying, guys, everyone back, cover zone, no one behind you. Unfortunately, Mike Kraft went up for the fake, and they got burnt deep. But on the sideline, they regrouped. They're saying, guys, we have dominated this half. Keep sticking it to them. There was one big play. Get back in there and make the plays. And that's the feeling from the Columbine bench right now. Back to you upstairs.
Well, thank you very much. All we have to do now is get him a skirt and some pom-poms, and he could be on that Columbine sideline all night.
He could do it.
Dusty Hofschneider with a big defensive play as he takes Eric Nelson down right at the line of scrimmage.
It's a family affair. Rocky and Dusty are making tackles up and down the line of scrimmage. 3rd
down and 3. Ball on the 20-yard line of the Rebels. Arvada West with a 7-3 lead and the football. Top of the screen, Pyatt. Lower end of the screen, Craighead. I formation set. And there's a timeout on the field for the Arvada West Wildcats. We'll do the same. Once again, 7-3, 4:16 left. We'll be back with the TV 53 Game of the Week.
When it comes to chicken wings, there just ain't nothing better than Willie's Wings. Try our sports special. It's just the ticket for those hungry sports fans at your house. Get 100 wings for $23.99. Or buy 40 wings and get 10 free. Willie's Wings.
Exciting college football is back. The bands, the collisions, oh my goodness! The dancing, the strategies, and more. This season, catch all the speed, twists, great catches, and bone-jarring hits of the Big Ten Conference. Every Saturday morning here on The Light, TV 53. Get that thumb out of your mouth! The Big Ten Conference, every Saturday, as good as it gets.
Stadium, there he is, Dave Logan, walking off the field. A good shot of the cheerleaders as well. 4:16 and counting in this first half. 7-3 ball game. Wildcats with the lead, and a big 3rd and 3 right now. Nelson is your tailback. Cutlip, the quarterback, looks back, gives it to Nelson into the hole. Can he get enough for the first down? I don't know. It's going to be hard. They may have to look at this one. Nope, there's no way in the world he's going to have a first down here, Sam. He's still 2 yards
he's
shy.
Measuring his Cutlip's putting it up maybe about a foot, and he'll go for it right here.
About 6 inches shy. They want to measure it.
Steve Cutlip's coming over to the side to talk to Coach Logan to get the quarterback sneak. He's a big, strong kid, and that's probably what you should go with. But I tell you what, that last play, they went on the quick count, and that's really well executed, boy, to get the defense on their heels.
As you can see, that much short, Sam.
Quarterback sneak.
Interesting thing to point out here. First of all, Story and Phillips come back in for the Arvada West Wildcats. This Rebel defense has given up 99.8 yards a game rushing, 84 yards passing. This is for the season so far, 183 per game and only 13 points a game. This defense has played well throughout the season so far, Sam, and they've had a pretty darn good first half. I mean, other than a bad punt.
They have, you know.
A block punt, I should say. They've had a pretty good half. Lower end of your screen, all the way to the outside is Phillips. Top of the screen is Story. Cutlip keeps it. And they get enough for the first down. See, once again, Sam Pagano in coach's headsets, tells them what to do. Boom, bada bing.
That's an automatic. I tell you what, Columbine played that well. They got a little penetration in there, but the center, Jordan Andrade, did a good job of leading the way for Steve Cutlip.
Jordan Andrade, 6'3", 240-pound senior, has started on that offensive line since he was a sophomore.
That's right. Good job.
Bring the play in. Jeremy Craighead coming out of the game. Damon Story. The Arvada West Wildcats first and 10, 15-yard line of the Rebels. 3:37 and counting. Top of the screen will go Phillips. Lower end of your screen will be Craighead. Your back's in the backfield. Craco and Nelson. Give it to Nelson. Tries to get around the outside. Nice defense as they turn him inside. Nowhere to go. Very, very well done. And turning him up inside was Smeltzer, the linebacker.
Well, that play takes a long time to develop. That's a hand sweep instead of tossing it back. Cutlip reaches back, gives to Nelson, and I think that gives the defense a lot of time to key on it. And as much speed as Nelson has, they do a good job of reading and come up and stopping the play for a no-gainer.
You're absolutely right. Story and Pyatt come into the ball game. Going to the top of the screen will be Story. Pyatt at the lower end of your screen. Couple of tight ends, Laranger and Bauer and Bernhorn in the ball game as well. Nelson the lone back in the backfield. 2nd and 10, 15-yard line inside the 2.5-minute mark. Cutlip drops back to pass. Arvada West looking for it inside. Are we going to have any flags? No. You hear a lot of people yelling for flags. Nice defensive play being called by Garrett Looney as he evidently turned around.
I tell you, it looked awful close, like he was right on his tail, but you could hear Arvada West coaches hollering for a flag.
The back line judge was no
right on it.
Than
It was
5 feet from him.
It was right in front of him, so he got a better view than the coaches and you and I.
You know, we tend to pick on the officials a little bit, but I mean, he was right there. You couldn't have missed that.
Big
Third down
here.
and 10.
Let's see if Cutlip can execute a great pass play here.
Pyatt at the top of your screen. Lower end of the screen is Story. Nelson, the lone tailback. They're going to give it to him. He takes it inside. Can he do it? Crosses the 10. Not enough for the first down as he gets down to the 9-yard line.
You cross the defense up there. You go with a zone play, boy, and the Cutlip takes it way back to Nelson, and he hits up in there, and the offensive line does a great job of moving it back, and you knock it off for 8 yards right here.
Well,
so now it's 4th down. Do you throw it or do you run? If you can just make 8, can you just get 3 or 4 on 4th down?
Well, they have 2 minutes and 10 seconds to score, or do you kick a field goal?
No, they're not kicking a field
We know
goal.
they're not doing
no,
that.
We know they weren't.
Pyatt at the lower end of your screen. Top of the screen is Story. Couple backs in the backfield. Nelson and Craco. Cutlip drops back, pitches it
Reverse.
out. Here comes the reverse. With it is Pyatt. He has the speed. He turns the corner. He's going to score. Touchdown! Once again, the speed of Brad Pyatt as Eric Nelson hands it to him on the reverse. And there wasn't anybody within 5 yards of him.
Good call. That was perfectly set up, and they executed that real well, and they gave the ball to the speed deemer. There you go, hand it off, and watch Cutlip, number 9. He'll get a good block in there, but Pyatt has great speed, and what a great call by Coach Logan to give the Wildcats another score.
Cutlip takes out a defensive end in Doug Trujillo, and that takes a little chutzpah as well. In to kick this one up and in is Melo. Jacques Melo.
I don't know if you want your quarterback in there throwing blocks, huh?
Ball's down. Melo puts his foot into it. It looked like he hooked it a little bit, or it's a good, and it is good. And the score now 14-3. The Arvada West Wildcats with 14 unanswered points, 1:45 and counting in the first half, and we'll be right back on TV 53 Sports.
Welcome to Vitamin Cottage. At Vitamin Cottage, we have the latest information on herbs and supplements. We have a certified nutritionist on staff and offer only organic produce every day. So come to Hamden and Chambers and see us at Vitamin Cottage.
We are back at Jeffco Stadium. The men in purple have finally taken the lead. They were trailing 3-0 at the end of one. 1:46 left in the first half, and they are up 14-3. The Arvada West Wildcats with the lead. Columbine Rebels getting set to bring the ball back. Sam, block punts, turnovers, muffed kicks, they will kill you ultimately.
Well, that's hurting them. They're making too many mistakes, but speed doesn't take a night off. Brad Pyatt has got speed, and he caught the big fade pass for a great catch, and then he did a great job of running the reverse, and there he is on the kickoff team. I tell you what,
He hadn't left the field.
They don't give him a time to rest.
Nelson, 5 rushes for 9 yards on that. So Cutlip 0 for 1, Sam. Pyatt, though, that 15-yard touchdown on that reverse. But once again, you start off on your own 20 on the 26-yard line, and you're going to be able to help yourself out. Ball goes through the back of the end zone. Looney lets it go on through. Nice kick that time by the soccer kicker, Jacques Melo.
Well, Columbine has 1 minute and 48 seconds, and what they got to do is just don't make another mistake.
Well, there's a timeout on the field. We're going to do the same. Hopefully we can get back in time for this play. 1:46 and counting in the first half. 14-3, the Wildcats lead on TV 53 Sports.
At World Tan, look great in less than 20 minutes. Tan healthy in a private air-conditioned room. World Tan offers massage therapy, swimwear, and beauty products. Mention TV 53 and receive a complimentary tan. Stop in today at the southwest corner of East Hampden and Chambers.
We are back, sun tanning up in the booth right now. It's not a World Tan, but it is a suntan out here at Jeffco Stadium. First and 10, 20-yard line, pitch it back to Thompson. Thompson gets to the outside. Right now, the old momentum has changed because that running game was working early on. Lucas in on that tackle, helped out by Ryan Campbell. That play worked quite often, as a matter of fact, in the first 2 possessions for the Columbine.
Well, it is, but I think what they want to do is just take time off the clock and not have to punt the football so they can get in here and they're behind, make some halftime adjustments, and get ready for the second half. That's all I think Andy Lowry wants to do.
Well, he's
but I don't think he wants to punt again.
No.
I don't. And Awest should be using their timeouts to stop the clock and make them punt again.
Lower end of your screen is Mike Kraft. Up at the top is Newberry. Couple backs in that backfield. Rawls drops straight back, trying to set up a screen. Goes over the head of Thompson. Too much pressure in his face.
And that's bad. That incomplete pass stops the clock. And now it's 3rd down. And they ought to be ready right here for a timeout, Awest, so make sure that they make them punt again.
David Borcher in the face that time of Travis Rawls. Rawls dumps it away, Sam. And as you said, kind of tough. The ball does hit the ground, stopping the clock, as you can see. 57 seconds left in the first half. Don Martin, Sam Pagano, Ron Kruk with you. TV 53 Sports. The Arvada West Wildcats are celebrating their homecoming, I should say, and that's why you hear all this cheering in front of us.
Got a good crowd tonight on both sides.
Absolutely. A couple of wideouts, one off to each side. Lower end of your screen is the man and Mike Kraft. They're trying to find him. He goes over the middle. It's there. Intercepted by Pyatt. Pyatt still on his feet. He turns the other way. He's still moving. Defensive linemen all around him. Cuts inside again. Finally taken down by Travis Rawls. 56 seconds and counting. We started with 57 seconds. The clock never started.
And they got a penalty after Brad Pyatt makes that great return. There's maybe a late hit or a face mask.
What more can Pyatt do?
He does it all.
My, oh my, Sam. Let's see what they said. Unsportsmanlike conduct. That's going to be on the other side. So that's another 15 yards, is it not?
Yes, it is.
Added onto that, the ball's down at the 12, so they're going to go half the distance to the goal line.
Watch Pyatt right here. Watch him go for the football. Here's Rawls. He's getting pressure right here just a little bit. And Brad Pyatt runs into his one guy. Then he decides to cut back. He has great speed. He has a couple guys miss. 3, 4, and there he goes. And a late hit right there, number 41.
There's only one reason that Pyatt could go after that ball like that. Don Reese was backing him up the free safety. He knew he was with him.
He had some, and then we got a late hit by number 41, Scott Thompson.
Couple of wideouts off to the left side. Give it inside to Nelson. Touchdown! And that is not Nelson. That is Chet Bennett, 5'11", 170-pound senior. Quick draw right up the middle. You get a couple of wideouts in there. Hand it off to the new tailback in the backfield. Touchdown.
They do a good job of trapping this play. And well, look at him right here. Quick little trap. Good blocks. And the lineman sealed it off to the left. And a great little quick trap. And no one touched him. That was a great play that the Kansas City Chiefs ran when Hank Stram was in the Super Bowl. Remember, he's talking. That's that quick little inside trap.
Bennett takes a knee, says thank you to the Lord above, and goes and congratulates his teammates. Ball's up and good, and we have a 21-3 ball game. 46 seconds left in the half. 21 unanswered points by the Arvada West Wildcats in the second quarter. The old momentum has definitely shifted, Sam.
Well, I tell you, it's given Awest a lot of confidence, especially the defense, when they've given up so many points last week against Bear Creek, and going to practice this week and talking to the coaches. They were a little down, and sometimes they were going through the motion. But this is good medicine. This helps you. A great first half like this is going to give you a lot of confidence.
But you have to play 2 halves.
Oh, yeah.
You got to make sure that these guys listen at halftime and play 2 halves.
Well, it's given them confidence. They've played well the first half, and the veteran coaching staff, they're going to make sure sure that they focus and get after it the second half.
Interestingly enough, we've been out here quite a few times with both of these teams and know both of the coaching staffs very well. Rudy Andrade, full of spit and vinegar on a normal day, and would come over and just rage about not only your home life, but your wife, your job, and everything else. Tonight, he was all business. Wouldn't even come. He would say hi, head goes back down to the ground.
Well,
he knew his defense had to perform tonight.
Well, he had his hat turned around, and he had to start stopping him.
Looney Newberry back to receive for the Rebels. Melo back to kick this one off again. 46 seconds and counting in the first half. It's going to come down. Newberry rests underneath it at the 2. Drops the football. It goes out at the 10. He's still trying to get his hands on it and falls on it at the 8-yard line. Turnovers will kill you. Block, punt, and a turnover in this first half already.
You got to protect the football. You got to protect the football.
Well, the last 2 Wildcat drives started at the 26 and the 13.
Well, that's right. And you can't give them that kind of field position.
No way. You know, one of them was a score after 3 plays, the other a score after 1, and that's why you have a 21-3 discrepancy up on that scoreboard with 40 seconds left.
Just run the football. Let's get out of here. Let's go talk about it at halftime.
Travis Rawls, the quarterback. Scott Thompson is the fullback. Grant Hester back there with him as well. Mike Kraft, he's going to go to the top of the screen. They're trying to get the ball to Kraft. Mitch Long is at the lower end of your screen. Kraft is one of the top receivers in the state, and that's why they tried forcing it in there earlier, Sam. This time Thompson with the dive up the middle. You know, you can't blame Travis Rawls for trying to get something going. And why not get it to a guy with 13 catches, 250 yards, and a 19-yard average? But you have to respect that speed of the defensive back.
Well, he threw it in. There were so many purple shirts around, and Pyatt right there made the grab.
What do you say at halftime if you're Andy Lowry with 15 seconds left?
Well, you're going to say the thing that's beaten us is ourselves, you know, and give the kids confidence. And there's a lot of football to be played, so you've got to say, hey, we're beating ourselves.
5 seconds and counting. They're going to let it tick on down. This will be the last play. Thompson inside. He is just nailed as the ball goes up in the air. As we end the first half, the score 21-3. What a half of football being played out here at Jefferson County Stadium. We'll take a quick break and come back after this on TV 53 Sports. Once again, the score at the half, 21-3, the Arvada West Wildcats.
Golf game while the competition freezes this El Nino winter. Compare your swing to professionals or just stop by for a quick 18. With our state-of-the-art golf simulators, you can do this and more. Call us today before your competition does.
This is the coach. Each week, you can find the very best in 5A high school football action here on KWHD TV 53, The Light. I personally invite you to take part in the lives of our youth. Tune in to The Light on Friday nights to see them hit their hardest, run their fastest, played for bragging rights. 5A high school football, exclusively here on TV 53.
Hey, what are you doing this weekend? I'm Pastor Mark Winslow with Word of Grace Church, and I'd like to extend a big invitation to you to come out and be with us this Sunday at 10 a.m. I'd love to meet you face to face and pray with you. I'll tell you what, our church is a church that is full of people that just love to sing and worship God. They love to praise God, and they love to pray with other people to see their needs met. The Bible says when 2 or 3 are gathered together, Jesus is there in the midst. So if you want to come to a church where Jesus is there, I invite you to come to Word of Grace Church.
Welcome to Paradise Spas, specializing in spas, pools, and billiards. We serve all products and offer free water testing. With over 47 years of experience, when it's time to buy a spa, there's only one place to go, Paradise Spas.
Light up your life, feel alive again. Light up your life, you know you got a friend. It's a new way to live, a new way to see, a new way to feel what living's really meant to be. Come on there, light up your life today. Breathe the life.
Let's go down on the field right now and hear from Andy Lowry with our own Ron Kruk as they talk about the first half. Go ahead, take it, Ron.
Coach, you began the half the way you wanted to. You kept the Arvada West offense off the field, but then a couple big plays have hurt you.
Yeah, defensively, we've been playing pretty well right now. Offensively, we need to pick it up right now and regain our composure and start getting a drive together right now.
You began to run the ball well at the beginning of the first quarter, then they sort of stopped that, so you started passing more, but it seems that the pass blocking has not been there, and that's been a factor.
Well, they're slanting. They slant and pinch and do all that stuff, and we knew that prior to that. So we just need to take care of some responsibilities right now, regain our composure, and come out and at least play hard the second half right now. Defensive, I was proud of. We've given up a couple big plays is all right now, so we'll be all right. We just got to regain our composure.
Coach, is that the key? Is that what you're going to tell them at halftime as you go into the locker room?
Yeah, we're all right. We're all right. Kids are playing hard right now, so we just have to get things going right now and get their confidence back. So stay a little bit simple and try to establish something offensively.
Okay, Coach, thanks. We wish you good luck. Guys, back up to you upstairs.
Well, thank you very much, Ron. And once again, we have a coach that's a little dejected right now.
Well, Donnie talked about that he was proud of the defense, just giving up some big plays. But offense, there's the run by the backup tailback that came in for Nelson right there. And Bennett does a good job of hitting it real quick. But as he talked about, things I talked about, that offensively they had to get it together. They got to go in at halftime and be positive. We're beating ourselves. But I thought, defensively, said we're pretty proud of him. 2 big plays. And so those are the things he's got to do at halftime.
Defensively, absolutely, they've had a magnificent game. You have a punt that is blocked, Sam, and you give them the ball on their own 26-yard line. Then you turn around and you turn the ball over again on a turnover on an interception, bringing it all the way back to the 12-yard line. That will kill you every time. It is not a defensive problem right now for Andy Lowry. His offense has to get going, and interestingly enough, it was going in the first period. The run was working. Rudy Andrade evidently saw something from upstairs and shifted something.
Well, I think the defense, the front people for Arvada West did a good job. They were very physical. They did a little bit of stunting, but I think Columbine was beating themselves offensively with not having, he said, their composure. Things are not back together. But they got 20 minutes to talk about it, maybe about 15 minutes left, and Andrew's got to talk about it and see what they can do the second half.
Well, there's that reverse as Pyatt takes it from Nelson, goes all the way around the corner. Cutlip with a big block inside, knocking down Doug Trujillo, and that was the second touchdown of the night. Both of them, the first 2 anyway, belonging to Pyatt, the speedster. The score once again at halftime, 21-3. We're going to take a quick break. We're going to also give you a feature here in a matter of seconds. And once again, when we come back, Sam Pagano, Don Martin, Ron Kruk will bring you the second half after this on TV 53 Sports.
TV 53 Live.
Targeted for today's 25 to 44-year-old. Shining a new way to reach Front Range families with a positive message. A local 5 million watt TV station broadcasting 24 hours a day, both over the air and on cable. We believe you're going to be just as excited as we are about the changes taking place at KWHD TV 53. In fact, we're bringing the light to Denver with a brand new 30,000 square foot broadcast facility to be completed in the fall of 1997, featuring a 10,000 square foot studio. It's said to be the largest broadcast studio in the state. Our broadcast department has added over $1 million in new broadcast equipment over the last year, including the latest nonlinear editing capabilities. We've added remote production to support you on location with multi-camera shoots, plus a fully equipped KU-band satellite uplink truck capable of dual path transmission for the latest uplink in sports, news, and special events. This truck is the latest in uplinks and has already been utilized around the country by broadcast companies like CBS, Fox, and ESPN. Our programming is targeted as an alternative to current network fare. Instead, the light is shining on daily family classics like Gunsmoke, The Lucy Show, Ozzie and Harriet, plus many more. We've even done our homework with a recent market study to reveal that today's viewer also likes more movies. So we're adding primetime movies to our lineup. We've even got a classic Western block every Saturday morning featuring the likes of Roy Rogers, Hopalong Cassidy, and more. And a Saturday evening family feature with family movies, wildlife, and animated specials. All designed to bring you the best in classic, wholesome entertainment for your family. Plus, over the past few months, we've developed quite a reputation for our local sports, including play-by-play production of CU men's and women's basketball, CSU Rams football, Colorado Springs Sky Sox baseball, and even local high school basketball and football. We've got a regular local sports feature called Inside Sports, plus even the Outdoor Sportsman is covered every Saturday afternoon. And as the light, TV 53, we want to encourage as well as entertain. That's why we've got the best in inspirational programming too, including the 700 Club, In Touch with Charles Stanley, Dr. James Kennedy, and more. In fact, we're owned by the LaCie Broadcasting Company, an international outreach ministry, and as a part of the LaCie Global Feed the Hungry, with our own ability to transport food and medical supplies to needy places around the world, with our own C-130 transport plane Zoe and cargo ship Evangeline, we can help meet the need in a timely and efficient manner. Our prayer line volunteers help us meet that need locally and around the country 24 hours a day. You can even contact us on our websites at www.kwhd.com. And as an internet service provider, we can support your needs with your very own webpage and regular maintenance and upgrades. We currently feature real audio for our clients and soon real video. As the new family station, TV 53 The Light also wants to encourage you about our plans to share these exciting new developments with the community beyond our own airwaves. We've already made plans for extensive marketing, including radio, print, outdoor, and direct mail. We'll also be making our presence known in the community with special events and public service campaigns, all designed to bring the light of hope to Denver. So you can see why we're excited about these new changes for TV 53 and why we feel we can support you with a loyal, targeted audience looking for a positive message in today's world. It's the new way to shine the light in Denver. KWHD TV 53, The Light.
TV 53, The Light.
Family portraits are a gift you give yourself, your children, and generations to come. At Cliff Hammond's Contemporary Photography, we have the experience to capture the special qualities of your family. Call today for family portraits, weddings, senior pictures, or to capture baby's first year. We have a fantastic outdoor portrait park and a complete custom frame shop. We're Christian family-owned and operated and serve the entire metro area. So call us today at 343-7388.
What is the light? Unity, bringing the people of Denver closer together.
The light is understanding, knowing there's someone there that really cares.
The light is friendship, being there for each other in a deeper way.
The light is inspiration, encouraging us to walk in the light for ourselves and those around
The
us.
light is strength, giving us all we need in our times of weakness.
The light is everything you hope and more.
For 18 years, Carmine Leonardo's Meat Market, an Italian deli, has served top-quality aged beef, homemade sausages, imported deli meats and cheeses, and fresh, delicious sandwiches. Stop by one of our 2 locations today.
Pro Football Weekend Kickoff Show. Taped live every Wednesday at Fiore's. Starts your football weekend off right. Each week, the unbeatable team of Irv Brown, Joe Williams, Gil Whiteley, and a special guest keep you ahead of the game. The Pro Football Weekend Kickoff Show airs every Saturday afternoon at 4 o'clock here on TV 53. The Light, KWHD, Denver.
A full-service florist buying direct from growers, offering the freshest product available. Get your homecoming boutonniere or corsages here. We're proud to support high school football. And remember, a dozen roses are always $9.99 at the Piccadilly Peddler.
To introduce the 1997 homecoming royalty. Mr. Anderson and Mr. Bono will be presenting the freshman attendance. Lucas Wapier and Lindsay Olson. Sophomore attendants, Chris Chavez and Jamie Rykow. The junior attendants, Dirk Cisneros and Nicole Wyatt. And the candidates for this year's homecoming king and queen. First of all, Andy Gablehouse and Kristen Bolton. Andy Robinson and Lori Hansen. Sean Parson and Mariah Mason. And the 1997 homecoming king and queen, Andy Gablehouse and Kristen Bolton. Congratulations, Andy and Kristen and all of the 1997 royalty.
Silicon Village is proud to sponsor our area high schools and glad to be your local supplier of all your computer needs at 5601 Old Wadsworth in Old Town Arvada. The best in service, support, new and used computers, as well as those needed repairs and upgrades. Arvada Silicon Village, 421-2030.
Army-Navy Surplus is base camp headquarters for rugged, cold weather, and work boots. Lowest year-round prices and complete Levi headquarters. Visit us in Old Town Arvada and receive a free pocket chainsaw or magic stretch gloves.
Our showroom at the Fairlane Shopping Center, where you'll see our full line of locks, safes, and ADA hardware. We're proud to feature Marks lock sets, crafted with pride in the USA. Marks is a leader in quality and price. And we feature the Trilogy Access Control Security Lock by Alarm Lock, your answer to keyless entry. And don't forget, we have antique and cuckoo clock sales and repair. It's our Arvada Locks, Clocks, and Safe, offering Marks and Alarm Lock for all your security needs.
Columbine first downs, 5. 4 by rushing, 1 by penalty. Zone plays, Nevada West 26, Columbine 26. Yards rushing, Nevada West 63, Columbine 92. Yards passing, Nevada West 89, Columbine minus 13. Total yards gained, Nevada West 152, Columbine 79. Passing, Nevada West attempted 13, completed 5, had none intercepted. Columbine attempted 7, completed 1, had 1 intercepted. Punting, Nevada West 3 times for an average 32 yards. Columbine 3 times.
Improve your golf game while the competition freezes this El Nino winter. Compare your swing to professionals or just stop by for a quick 18. With our state-of-the-art golf simulators, you can do this and more. Call us today before your competition does.
This is the coach. Each week, you can find the very best in 5A high school football action here on KWHD TV 53, The Light. I personally invite you to take part in the lives of our youth. Tune in to The Light on Friday nights to see them hit their hardest, run their fastest, played for bragging rights. 5A high school football, exclusively here on TV 53.
Hey, what are you doing this weekend? I'm Pastor Mark Winslow with Word of Grace Church, and I'd like to extend a big invitation to you to come out and be with us this Sunday at 10 a.m. I'd love to meet you face to face and pray with you. I'll tell you what, our church is a church that is full of people that just love to sing and worship God. They love to praise God, and they love to pray with other people to see their needs met. The Bible says when 2 or 3 are gathered together, Jesus is there in the midst. So if you want to come to a church where Jesus is there, I invite you to come to Word of Grace Church.
And we are back. Once again, it's halftime. And let's go down on the field. The Arvada West Wildcats are leading this thing 21-3. Our Ron Kruk is down on the field right now with Dave Logan, the head coach of the Wildcats.
Well, they played well. I knew they would, and they always do. They always play us tough. We just didn't get the kind of start that we wanted, and kind of pick things up late. But we've got a second half here. I know they'll play hard, and I'm hoping we do too.
You guys are up 21-3. What'd you tell the kids at halftime in the locker room?
I just said that I know Columbine will come out with the opening kickoff, try to score and get back in this game, and we've got to have the same kind of intensity that we had about the last 6 minutes of the first half, and got to get things going a little bit.
Okay, thanks, Coach. Good luck the second half. Okay, guys, that was Coach Dave Logan. Back to you upstairs.
Thank you very much, Ron. Dave Logan's squad, as we just mentioned, 21-3 at the half, and we put 12 minutes up on that clock. Columbine Rebels will get the football back. You see Mr. Cutlip on the field right now from the Arvada West Wildcats. 5 of 1,118 yards, sacked twice. Not a very good night, but the young man has a quarterback. He has a touchdown pass of 80 yards, Sam. And their offense is clicking. Their defense is doing well. What does Columbine have to do to get back in this game?
Well, what we talked about at the end of the first half, Andy Lowry has to protect the football, and as he said, get some composure of his offense. He's proud of the defense, thought they played hard for those 2 big plays, that they gave up. Of course, the big one to Pyatt, the big pass right there. But he's got to get his composure. The offense has got to get it back and move the football and do a little bit better job right there. You take a West offense, Cutlip hasn't looked great.
No,
he's met some good
by
plays.
all means, no.
The offense, and Dave Logan's offense is superb. But it hasn't done a lot, but yet they're ahead, 21-3. And that's when you could have a bad night when you've got speed to score, and you may blow this, they could blow it out the second half.
Your scoring summary for the first half, Coach. Twizzleman, 33-yard field goal to start it out. That's the last time the Rebels scored, and they had the lead. And let's go ahead and get this one underway. Melo kicks it down deep. Underneath the ball is Looney. Looney across the 20-yard line, 25-yard line, out to the 27. And that's where Travis Rawls and company will start out. The rest of the scoring summary went as follows. Cutlip, 80-yard pass to Pyatt for a touchdown. Pyatt, 15-yard reverse for a touchdown. And a 6-yard blast right up the middle after an interception from Pyatt sets up the Bennett touchdown, and that gives you the 21-3 score. 11:50 left in this third quarter, and here we are.
Here we go. Let's see what the Rebels got their composure and see what Andy Lowry, what kind of adjustments he made for the offense, and let's see if they can come off the ball and block somebody.
Couple wideouts in the ball game. Sun Club up at the top of the screen. At the lower end of your screen is Mike Kraft. Thompson and Hester in the backfield. Give this to Hester. Hester off the right side. Not a lot of room. Pickup of 1 as he crosses the 30-yard line. And they're going to mark him down just past that 30.
Good tackle by Ryan Campbell, number 56, from his linebacker position. Came right in, came down the line of scrimmage, and made a good hit and knocked the back to the ground.
2nd down and 9. Ball resting just inside that 40-yard line. Rebels with the football. As we said, they trail. They're in the white and gray, going from left to right on your screen. The Arvada West Wildcats in the purple with an outstanding 4-3 defense, putting a nice little effort together here tonight. Hand the ball quickly back to Newberry. Newberry spins. He's in the arms of Lucas. He's thrown down as he crosses that 40 to the 42.
Little counter action, fake fullback, give the ball to Newberry over the left side of the line, and the linebackers did a good job. Lucas, in particular, number 12, rallied right there to the ball carrier. Big down right here, about 3rd and about 6.5. See if they can keep the drive alive.
3rd down and almost 7 yards, as Sam just alluded to. Don Martin, Sam Pagano, Ron Kruk with you. TV 53 Sports. Halftime, 20 minutes long. We'll get into that here in a moment. I formation set. Thompson and Hester are your running backs. Lower end of your screen, spread out wide is Mike Kraft. Turn around, hand this one. No, fake bootleg off the inside. Dump pass into Thompson, nowhere to go. Luke is a little overzealous as he hits him. Push that ball back, and Sam, you have a punting situation, 4th down and 7, and the Columbine Rebels offensive drive stalls to start this game out in the 3rd quarter. Does a 20-minute halftime hurt you?
Well, sometimes it does. When you're Awest, you can't wait to get out there. Columbine needed more time to talk things over. That last play, they just didn't execute. It was a good bootleg pass. 2 of their receivers were in the same area, just didn't execute a skilled pass play, and that's what Columbine has to do to get to the championship level.
Tusselman set to punt this one away. Duren and Pyatt back to receive. Tusselman gets his foot into it, gets it to turn over. Pyatt goes back, all the way back to his 18. He's going to turn it up the field. Can he get a block? Nice move. 20, 30, still on his feet. Young man has brought 2 back already this year. Crosses the 50-yard line down to the 49-yard line of the Rebels. Beautiful return by Brad Pyatt. Has 2 touchdowns on the night. This young man has done it all.
Well, when you got 3 great players on your team offensively, you got the quarterback with the ball in his hand. You give the ball to Nelson. Now they're going to give the ball to Pyatt. 3 great athletes, and watch Pyatt right here. Look it in, take the ball. He gets some great returns, and look at the speed this guy's got to get up the sidelines. He's got to get that handkerchief tucked away coming out of his helmet so no one grabs him.
Cutlip and company come in. Cutlip, your quarterback. Going in motion was Phillips. Cutlip rolls out to the right side, looking down the field. Here comes the pressure. Has to dump it off. Duren couldn't control the football. But Cutlip was under a tremendous rush by Brian Riley, the linebacker, inside linebacker. And he just was like a house of fire.
Well, I think the secondary's dropping off. Cutlip's taking his time, but he goes to his 1st, 2nd. He looked for his 3rd little outlet right there in the flat. I think they're doing a lot of stuff offensively and not doing things real well, and maybe cut half of the offense down, and because they could execute. They're not executing, but you got 3 good guys, and Cutlip's the guy that's got to engineer the drive.
Pyatt checks back in. He's spread out wide to the left side. Jeremy Craighead at the top of the screen. Nelson goes in motion. Crayco, the lone back in the backfield, dropping straight back. Here comes Cutlip, looking for time. Has a little bit of time over the middle. Pyatt's there and reaches out and makes a fingertip catch. Inside the 20 to the 18-yard line, and that ball was just on the edge of his fingertips.
Cutlip to Pyatt. Great job. He's coming out.
Who is this kid?
Look at the protection first. That's where the pass play starts. Steps up in the pocket. Reach out. Sacrifice your body. Great catch. Great offensive player. But that play all started up front.
Absolutely.
Offensive line coach, you got to give credit the protection, and that's what made it go.
Absolutely. Looney and Thompson finally bring him down. Pyatt comes out of the game. Back into the game is Phillip. Top of the screen. Moving quickly is Story. Phillip and Laranger down at the lower end of your screen. Make that Craighead in place of Laranger. Single back in the backfield is Nelson. Cutlip is your quarterback. Drops straight back. Looks in a flat. Doesn't find him. 3rd receiver. Goes over the middle. Craighead couldn't control it.
You know, they got so many weapons, you don't know what to call, what to do, but I'm kind of itching to give the ball to Nelson. You know, I want to see Nelson now with the football on a draw play or inside-outside zone, but they got so many weapons, and you know, you got to go to Pyatt, you got to have the Cutlip throw the ball to good receivers, but I'm kind of waiting to cut loose with Nelson and run it up in there.
First time Pyatt's been out for consecutive plays. Story at the top of the screen. Phillip, as well as Craighead at the lower end once again. Looks like the exact same call. Looking inside. They're going to try to go in the flat. Nelson's open. Can he get him? No. Cutlip takes the ball down. He's going to run it himself. 10, 5, 3, and that's where he's out. Wide open was Nelson, but Cutlip had already committed to the run.
Well, he was. He wanted to give the ball to him, but Nelson did a good job of getting upfield, and Cutlip does a good job of being really aggressive and fighting and getting up there for the 1st and 10. Let's take a look at it right here. Got a good blitz right there. Nelson's up in the end zone, then Cutlip does a little move, protect the football, put your head down and fight for yardage.
Doug Trujillo was on Nelson, and then he came back in, and nice play, but Cutlip puts a move on him. 1st and goal, 5-yard line is where they're going to mark it. Cutlip is your quarterback. Nelson lone back in the backfield. Straight drop back pass, timing pattern, inside, touchdown.
That's hard to stop.
Oh, yes.
Slant pattern. Boy, that was well done.
Guess who? Pyatt.
Pyatt. Well, the corner played him head up to the outside. When we take a look at it, I hope we get a replay of that. I kind of glanced up. I thought the corner was playing him to the outside, maybe wanting to take the fade away. I can't see it all the way, but he lets him inside. You let him inside with Cutlip to Pyatt, you're going to throw a slant for a touchdown.
You know what set that up as well? Duran was lined up just inside that slot, and when he pulled in, he took the free safety out with him. One-on-one coverage on the outside with that corner.
And that's you can't. It's hard to cover Pyatt right there.
Ball is up and good, and we have a 28-3 ball game. 8:58 left in the third. Quick timeout on the field. We'll do the same. The Arvada West Wildcats with the lead. The Rebels coming back on TV 53 Sports.
Want the freshest taste in pizza? Papa Murphy's Take and Bake Pizza is easily your freshest choice. All the freshest toppings on our crust that's made fresh daily. Nearly a pound of cheese on every large pizza. 70 slices of pepperoni on every large pepperoni. And our large combo weighs over 4 pounds.
For a limited time, Papa Murphy's largest pepperoni pizza with 70 slices of pepperoni, just $4.99.
Papa Murphy's Take and Bake Pizza. Easily the freshest choice. Always the freshest taste.
And we are back once again. Arvada West is off of a scoring drive. Their first possession of the second half. 28 as the Wildcats have the lead, and they're set to kick this one off. Don Martin, Sam Pagano, Ron Kruk with you. Jefferson County Stadium. Game starts out 3-0. Columbine has the lead and 28 unanswered points by a very powerful offense. Now the defense is going to have to pick it up for the Rebels. 5 plays on that scoring drive, Sam, 50 yards. We'll get into it in a moment as Mr. Malo puts his foot into this kick into the end zone. Automatic touchback, bring it out to the 20 for Travis Rawls and company.
Well, they did a good job. It was pretty good. 5 plays, 50 yards. Cutlip 2 for 4 for 37 yards. And then the pass, of course, the touchdown to Brad Pyatt.
Cutlip also a big 13-yard rushing stat, 1 play, as he set up that touchdown pass because, once again, nice little bootleg out to the left side and rolls it right up into the defensive lineman's arms.
You know, next time maybe we'll have Columbine and Bear Creek. I'm looking forward to seeing Bear Creek. We have them on one of our broadcasts because they are the #1 team in the state right
Absolutely. I formation set, 1 wide out, and that would be Kraft at the top of your screen. Quarterback Travis Rawls. Rawls fades back, looking for his man in the slot. Finds him. This one's caught by the tight end, knocked out of bounds. I think it's Justin White. We'll find out here in a moment. Yes, it is, as White pops right up, gets his first down, and gain of 12, and that's the first long pass of the night.
Don Reese, number 8, came over and made the stop. Good defensive play right there. But if I'm a West, I would love for Columbine to be throwing the football. This is not their strong suit. They're behind, so maybe this is what they're going to have to do. They have to throw the ball to catch up, so Arvada West should be playing right into their hands.
Thompson and Newberry in the backfield. Straight up, Thompson has the football. He's just motoring, trying to keep those legs churning. Crosses the 35. They're going to mark him down to the 36. It's going to be a second down and about 7.
Pretty aggressive pushing that pile down. I guess if his feet are moving, maybe the official give us a good whistle and get it stopped so no one gets hurt in there.
8 minutes and counting in this third period. 28-3. The Wildcats comfortably in control. Channel 53's game of the week. 53 light, they call this place. And the only reason they call it light is because Sam has dropped about 35 pounds over the last 6 months.
Yeah, real light.
You're a light-looking guy, you know.
Any slices of pizza I had at halftime, boy, I'm going to have to waddle back to Boulder.
What about Ron Kruk, though, man? He looks like a Columbine cheerleader down there, and he has some pretty good questions of Coach Logan. Couple of wideouts, 1 off to each side. Travis Rawls, your quarterback. Drops straight back, trying to get a pass into the slot, and does so. Mike Kraft, first catch of the game, and look at him motor on out to the 50-yard line. That's why they want to get it into his hands. 19.2 yards a catch on 13 carries so far this season.
Kraft's a good offensive player, plays both ways, does a good job. Let's take a look at him right here. Number 40, Mike Kraft. What's a split end move? Little hitch, catch it, and it's the yards after the catch. That's what coaches like to see in a receiver. How many yards after the catch? A great stat I like for running backs was how many yards you can make after the first hit. And we used to keep a chart like that.
That is an interesting way to keep a look at what's going on with your running backs as well as your wideouts. As I watch Kraft have the ball go right through his hands. Rawls with the throw. Rawls has not thrown very often tonight. That was his 4th pass of the evening, Sam. He's connected on 2 of them. And it's just been a long night pass.
Well, I'm sure Andy Lowry's disappointed in his club the way they started out that first half, and if he can get something going offensively, there's a lot of football to be played tonight and the rest of the season. So he's trying to establish some offense.
Kraft and Long, lower end of your screen. 2nd down and 10, 50-yard line. Quick draw right up the middle. Newberry with the football. Still on his feet. Enough for the first down. Still rolling as he spins around. Spun out of a few different tackles, and he is taken down at the 36-yard line of the Arvada West Wildcats. The best run from scrimmage here tonight by the Columbine Rebels.
Good draw play, but you got to see number 84, Justin White, the tight end. Let's take a look. Watch the block by 84 right there. Makes a good block. And Newberry does a good job, as you said, probably the best run tonight. And the Rebels are moving the football with some confidence.
Absolutely. 7 minutes and counting in the 3rd. Lower end of your screen. Sun Club and Kraft spread out wide. In the backfield, Thompson and Hester. Give it to Thompson. He takes it off the left side, and he is picked up very, very quick. Jumping in there was Ryan Campbell and Ryan Palmer.
Pretty active. You see, they've given up a lot of football, give a lot of points up, but I'm impressed with Arvada West defense tonight. And I know they gave up 52 last week, and they gave up a lot of points, to Mullen. But if you look at the scores last year, how many points Arvada West scored in the playoffs, 38, 45, and, in the state championship against Cherry Creek, they scored a lot of points.
Absolutely. 6 minutes and counting in this 3rd quarter. 28-3. Arvada with the lead. Columbine with the football. Quick rollout. Finds his man underneath. Dropping the football is Mike Kraft. He heard footsteps. Lucas was in his face, but he would not have been taken down without a gain of at least 5.
Got to concentrate. You got to look the ball in, and he was ready to run.
He sure was.
I never made that mistake because I never got to touch the football wherever I played.
3rd down and 9. No, nose guards and centers don't.
They don't touch the football.
3rd down and 9. 36-yard line of the Wildcats. What did you play?
Offensive tackle, guard.
See, you look like a lineman.
Oh, I'm a lineman.
Absolutely. In the backfield, Newberry. In front of him, Thompson. Lower end of your screen, Mike Kraft spread out wide. Fake, looking inside for Kraft, trying to set it up. Newberry wide open for the flare. Coming out with that screen pass, knocked out by Pyatt after he crosses the 10-yard line. Beautiful play set up as Newberry just slipped out of that backfield.
Watch Rawls fake to Newberry, and then he'll go up the sideline. Watch him fake right here to Newberry. Little screen. He gave it away early, and Newberry does a nice job getting behind the corner. And guess who brings him, knocks him out of bounds? Number 3, Brad Pyatt.
Look at Pyatt. He has that do-rag sticking out of the back there.
That's what I said, a handkerchief, I call it.
Do-rag, right?
That's you, do-rag.
Absolutely. Ronnie Lott.
My days, it was a handkerchief.
High formation set, wide out to each side. Handed straight back. Nowhere to go. First man to meet him in the backfield was Jeff Flora. Unbelievable. Nowhere to go whatsoever as you start running. Lorenz gets into the hole. Boom, enter in his face.
They need a score. Columbine needs a score. Andy Lowry just sent the play in, shuffling his running backs in and out.
He is shuffling out quite a few guys tonight. Sunclop, Lorenz, Newberry, Hester, and Long. They're all just kind of rotating on through. In the backfield right now, Thompson and Hester. 2nd down and 10. Ball on that 10-yard line. Rolling out. Quick fake. Bootleg. He's wide open. Get it across. Yes, touchdown. Outstanding setup as Thompson slips out from the fullback position. Find him in the flat. Tiptoes on into the end zone.
Little waggle play right here. Travis Rawls. Nice job. Good fake right there. Sets his feet. Throws the ball to Scott Thompson, number 41. Touchdown for the Columbine Rebels.
Lucas was with him. Unfortunately for Lucas, he was behind him, and he just kind of tiptoed on in there. 28-9, 5:07 left in this 3rd period. In to put this one up and through is Twisselman. Twisselman has a 33-yard field goal on tonight, and he's going for an extra point. Ball's up, and it looks good. Yes, indeed. 28-10 as the Columbine Rebels cut into that lead somewhat. When we come back, the Arvada West Wildcats will get the ball back right here on TV 53 Sports.
Exciting college football is back. The bands, the collisions, oh my goodness! The dancing, the strategies, and more. This season, catch all the speed, twists, great catches, and bone-jarring hits of the Big Ten Conference. Every Saturday morning here on The Light, TV 53. Get that thumb out of your mouth! The Big Ten Conference, every Saturday, as good as it gets.
County Stadium, Don Martin, Sam Pagano, Ron Kruk down on the field, and a whole lot of offensive action going on. 38 points scored here tonight. 5:07 left in this third period. 28-10 now as the Wildcats give up their first scoring drive of the night. Columbine, very impressive offensive drive that time.
Remember, Columbine has the fake onside kick. Let's see if they go with it. It's awful early. You know, they're only in the third period.
Let's see what they do.
Fake.
Duran Pyatt back to receive. The Arvada West offense was looking for that. Good hands patrol up front. Now they're relaxed somewhat. Twisselman set to kick this one off again. Young man has a tremendous foot. Gets into it. It's going to come down. Pyatt catches it at the 10. He has a wall in front of him. 15, 20. Get to the outside. Cut back in. They're not letting him go. Taken down to the 25-yard line. Gang tackled there by the Columbine Rebels.
That was a good job there. They had to get Pyatt down. They went after him and corralled him pretty good.
Dan Weichel, Brad Williams, Jeff Leonard, Pat Osnes, and Joe Armillo make up the officiating crew here tonight. And they really have done a magnificent job,
It's
Sam.
been well officiated.
Haven't seen it, but
you haven't
been
been too critical of him tonight and made a lot of complaints about him. So I think they have done a good job. You're usually awful hard on those guys.
Pyatt and Duran up at the top of your screen. Phillips and Craighead at the lower end. Duran comes in motion, trips to the left. Nelson alone back in the backfield. Find Duran underneath. He's going to get it out to the 26-yard line. A whole lot going on for a 5-yard gain.
A lot of offense. They do a lot of things.
Absolutely.
I'm still waiting. I want Nelson. I want to see Nelson. He's got great speed. I've seen Pyatt. I heard all about Pyatt, and I'll tell you, he's everything I heard about.
Absolutely.
Cutlip's everything I heard about, and I've heard a lot about Nelson, but I want to see Nelson run the football.
Well, I was giving them more than they got. They ended up getting 1 yard on that play, Sam.
You said 5.
2nd down and 9. Well, there was a lot of offense going on for 1 yard. Trips off to the right. Lone receiver off to the left is Craighead. Dropping straight back. Here comes your chance to see Nelson. Quick draw play. Nowhere to go.
Boy, they closed tough.
Oh, yes, they did. What a great job inside by Brian Riley.
Number 32, middle linebacker.
Yes.
They did a great job. He looks like he's playing the outside defensive end. And both those guys came in and collapsed on the guy been waiting to run the football, Nelson.
Well, there was a hole there for a split second. He just couldn't
sure
find
was.
it because Smeltzer and Riley collapsed quickly on him. Columbine really has played well defensively. Deuce formation once again. A couple of wideouts off to each side. Far right side up at the top of your screen will be the speedster Pyatt. Duran next to him. Dropping straight back, looking in that direction. Here we go. Fade route once again. He's out there. This time, Duran couldn't control it. Ball hits off of his hand. Nice defense. Reaching in quickly is Scott Thompson.
What both receivers were doing were running a 9 route or a fade route, and they're both going right up the field, and he's trying to throw the ball to him. He throws it on, and Duran just can't hold on to it.
Cutlip couldn't have put it in a better place, though. I mean, he had to get it that far out because Thompson was all over it. If you would have left it up a little short, Thompson would have taken it.
Cutlip did a nice job of throwing the ball right into the receiver's hands.
Solanke back to punt this one away. Looney back to receive. Solanke puts his foot into it. Another high punt, not going very far. Takes a bounce. Bounces at the 42. Little Arvada West hop as it crosses the 40 down to the 37. And that's where Travis Rawls and company come back in. Quick 4 plays and out. Now the Columbine offense, they had the momentum going just a moment ago. Decent field position.
Decent
Try to
field
do it
position.
again.
They got the score. Now see if they can do something now.
Well, there's a timeout on the field. We'll do the same on TV 53 Sports.
Arvada's Silicon Village is proud to sponsor our area high schools and glad to be your local supplier of all your computer needs at 5601 Old Wadsworth in Old Town Arvada. The best in service, support, new and used computers, as well as those needed repairs and upgrades. Arvada's Silicon Village, 421-2030.
Quick look at the scoreboard. Jeffco Stadium, 3:21 and counting in the third. With the ball, the Columbine Rebels, they trail 28-10. Quick handoff right up the middle. Thompson continues to move. Pushes the entire pile, Sam, out to the 45-yard line. Pickup of 9 on that play.
The offensive line did a great job of coming off the ball, but boy, you got to give credit to Scott Thompson, number 41. He fought and kicked and got great 9 yards. I tell you what, they're fired up. The offense does have their composure, and Coach Andy Lowry got after him at halftime, had that extra 20 minutes, an extra 5 minutes of a halftime, and they made some adjustments, and they're more physical with their offense the second half.
As Andy told us leading into the half, he was pleased with his defense, and they've done a great job so far in the second half. His offense has to get it going. Newberry has the football. Enough for the first down. Crosses the midfield stripe down to the 48-yard line of the Arvada West Wildcats, and this offense is moving.
Well, Newberry saw more action in the second half than he did in the first half, and they're alternating those backs. Here, Coach Andy Lowry's given the play, and 2 guys are bringing in. Mike Kraft, number 40.
Also coming into the game, Matt Lorenz. He's going to go into the halfback slot. Fullback will remain with Scott Thompson. And let's see exactly where they line up Kraft. Maybe this is the time you go to Kraft. He's going to go to the far end of the field, which will be the top of your screen. Coming off to the lower end will be Mitch Long. Drop straight back. Here he goes. Bootleg looking for it. Kraft is going to keep the ball. Travis Rawls was going to keep the football and go and try to take it off to the left side, but tripped up quickly.
Well, Dan Mayer was blocked. He was on the ground, and you watch Dan Mayer, number 98, put pressure. He comes upfield, and he's on the ground, and then he sticks his hand out and trips Rawls up. He gives it a good little swing, and he's fired up, made the play.
Rawls had that ball in both hands, and he was kind of shaking it back and forth as if he were an option quarterback, but there wasn't anybody out there with him.
All he was doing was rolling out.
We're going to go to Ron Kruk here in a moment after this play. He's down there on the field getting ready to bring us in on what's going on. I formation set. Lower end of your screen, spread out wide is Mike Kraft. 3rd down and 10. Big 3rd down for Columbine. Rolling out, backside pressure. Can he get rid of it? No! Defense stands up strong. Ryan Palmer comes in and throws Travis Rawls for a loss. And let's go down on the field and hear from the 3rd member of our team. Here's Ron Kruk. Take it, Ron.
Guys, that last Columbine touchdown gave them a lot of confidence. The offense was down, but suddenly they feel that they can move the ball again. One of the problems the coaches are talking about on the sidelines is they got away from their game plan. Suddenly they couldn't run the ball. They had to start passing it, and that's not what Columbine does best. Quickly, another factor right now, a lot of players complaining about the field conditions. They can't make a cut. They're slipping. That can be a factor. Don and Sam, back up to you.
Thank you, Ron. 3rd down and 28. Going with the fade pattern. He's out there. Catches the ball. Drops it at the end. Oh, hits him in the hands. He bobbles the football. And that's the man you want with the football in Mike Kraft. Had the defender beat, Sammy, and the ball pops out at the end.
Number 2, and Kraft did a good job of really getting up the field, and the free safety was going to get over there and try to help out. But Kraft made a great effort. Rawls to Kraft, and that would have put him in scoring position.
34 seconds left in the 3rd period. 4th down and a long 28. The Rebels have to punt this one away, Sam. They lead, or they trail 28-10, and that was a huge play if you're a Columbine fan. Twisselman in here to kick this one away. Duran and Pyatt back to receive. Pyatt has already had a big return. And he's going to get this football. Rests underneath it at the 18. Gets a block. Tries turning it up the field. Can't get a block this time. He is just pile driven into the field at the 27-yard line. There's a timeout on the field. We'll do the same. When we come back, the Arvada West Wildcats will have the ball right here on TV 53 Sports.
The Florendinos family invites you to experience the taste of Old Italy. We guarantee quality, freshness, and the finest ingredients. We have Arvada's best calzones, gourmet pizza, and lunch buffet. Join us at Florentino's, 65th and Wadsworth, today.
Company, come on out. TV 53's Game of the Week. Don Martin, Sam Pagano, Ron Kruk with you. 21 seconds, as you can see, left in the third. A couple wideouts off to the left side. Top of the screen, you have one as well. Cutler drops back, looking. Beautiful pass, just lays it on out there. His man's there. Oh, and he drops the football. Hits him in his hand, falling down. Phillips couldn't control it.
That was really well-thrown pass, and I tell you, Cutlip just gets flushed out of the pocket, does a nice job of moving to his left. He throws the ball 50, 60 yards, and Phillips hits him in the hands, and just can't hold on to it.
Flick of the wrist, it looked like.
I tell you, he did. He's got a good arm. He's a good quarterback.
You know, I couldn't do anything but high school sports. Because you can't be going and all this in college and the pros. Man, I'm getting into what these kids are doing.
They're great. They're doing a great job. Dave Logan's offense is very entertaining.
Well, and Kraft just a minute ago, the ball falls out at the last second for Columbine, and you just feel for him. 12 seconds left in this period, Sam. 28-10. Cutler flips it back. Nelson has the ball. Takes it wide to the right side. Defense tries wrapping him up. He cuts back in, gets maybe a yard and a half. Nice second and third extra effort. But once again taken down by Corrando Lozano.
Great feat by Nelson. He looks, see what he wants to do, and gets up in there and gets positive yardage.
We have 12 minutes left in this one. A timeout on the field as they switch ends, and the Arvada West Wildcats at the end of 3 have a lead 28-10. And we'll be right back with fourth quarter action after this on TV 53 Sports.
The experienced staff at Arvada Locks, Clocks, and Safes invite you to our showroom at the Fairlane Shopping Center, where you'll see our full line of locks, safes, and ADA hardware. We're proud to feature Marks lock sets, crafted with pride in the USA. Marks is a leader in quality and price. And we feature the Trilogy Access Control Security Lock by Alarm Lock, your answer to keyless entry. And don't forget, we have antique and cuckoo clock sales and repair. It's Arvada Locks, Clocks, and Safe, offering Marks and Alarm Lock for all your security needs.
And we are back in there. It looks like a dejected Wildcat, but he has no reason to be dejected. Homecoming, his team's winning 28-10, 12 minutes left.
He's throwing candy in the stand.
High formation set, a wide out off the each side. Nelson goes in motion. Cutlip is your quarterback, dropping straight back, looking for somebody. Here comes the pressure. Can he do anything? He slipped on the field, and then he was just picked up and drilled. Defense, Caleb Smeltzer, first one to hit him, helped out by Rocky Hofschneider, a young man we've had an opportunity to watch for many years at Columbine.
Rocky Hofschneider made a good hit.
He'll hit you.
Out right there.
He will hit you. Cutlip shaking off the cobwebs, pops his chin strap, and comes on out as the punting unit comes in. Adam Solanke in to do the honors. Back to receive this punt for the Rebels will be Jesse Newberry. Excuse me, that's Garrett Looney back to receive this punt. And Sam, the defense has really done a great job in the second half.
You got to watch out for Looney. I saw him return a punt against Arapahoe early in the year for 65 yards for a touchdown.
Solanke gets his foot into it, almost blocked. This one goes straight up in the air. It's going to land on the Arvada West side of the field, and then it takes an Arvada West roll and drops down to the Columbine 48.
That's got to give you some confidence to have field position almost right on the 48-yard line. And let's go see. We got a quarter to go. Let's go down and get a score. That's what the offensive coaches are thinking. That's what Andy Lowry's thinking. We still got a chance. Let's go down and get a score now.
TV 53 Sports, the game of the week. Don Martin, Sam Pagano, Ron Kruk down on the field. Been an outstanding football game. 28-10 the score. Wildcats 28 unanswered points. It was 28-3 in the third period, and then the Rebels put together a beautiful drive. Their defense has stalled the Wildcat offense twice now in succession on drives, so the Rebels trying to get another touchdown. Quick handoff right up the middle. Dive play. Off to the races, Scott Thompson. Can he put on a move? Duran takes him down. Not until he gets to the 25-yard line. Scott Thompson is a bruiser.
I tell you, Mike Dern was right there to save the touchdown. Let's watch Scott Thompson. He's quick. Those backs hit up in there. Look at him go. He's running straight ahead looking, and there he runs right into Mike Dern, number 2, to make the play. I think if Columbine, they're running the football, but if they give Rawls the protection, I think they can get the ball to Kraft on some type of route. He's got single coverage out here, and they're not backing him up. He could run short and try to get long.
Brandon is on Kraft, as Sam just alluded to. This time they go with another draw up the middle. Carrying the ball this time, Newberry. Newberry switching in and out once again with Lorenz, Suncobb, and Hester.
I mean, they like to run the football, and they are running it well, but they're getting single coverage on Kraft here, and that corner's giving him a lot of cushion. The problem is give Rawls the protection, and then they got to execute the play.
You're absolutely right, because Wachoff and Borcher have been in that backfield all night long for the Wildcats. 2nd down and 5, 22-yard line of the Wildcats. Rebels with the football. They trail 28-10. 10 minutes left in the ball game. Dropping straight back is Rawls. Finds his man. No, he's out at the 1-yard line.
Just what I was talking about. I must be hooked up to Andy. Kraft's getting single coverage. He just runs a short little hook play, and he just runs a little hook, a little zero route, and Rawls gets the ball to him. Here we go. 3-step drop. Get the ball to Kraft. Great speed. He makes a good break for the end zone. Great call. And I was looking for that, and I thought Kraft might be getting that play like that.
Don Martin, Sam Pagano with you. We're having a few problems with Sam's mic, it sounds like, once again. Sammy, talk to me. No, you're not there. Okay, we'll continue here in a second. 9:50 left in this ball game, and it's going to be 1st down and goal, 1-yard line. Keeping the football once again is Rawls. Does he get in? Touchdown! And now we have a ball game. Yes, we do. We have a ball game with 9:47 and counting. And let's see what's going on here as we watch it once again. Boom. Right up the middle, and it was a touchdown. 9:47 and counting in this ball game. 28-16. They're going to come in, figure out what they're going to do. We got to figure out exactly what's going on right now. They're going to put this one go for 2. Your quarterback once again, Travis Rawls, dropping straight back. Here comes the backside pressure. Gets the ball in the end zone. Flag thrown. It's a late hit on the quarterback. They're going to get another opportunity. Absolutely. And they will get another opportunity. Let the official tell us exactly what's going on. He's going to call a late hit. This is going to be on the Arvada West Wildcats. 9:47 left in this ball game. Roughing the passer, moving half the distance to the goal line, put the ball down at the 1-yard line. 9:47, as I just said, and counting in this game. 28-16, trying to make it 28-18, cut that deficit down to 10. As we started the 3rd quarter, it was 28-3. The Arvada West Wildcats had the lead. Travis Rawls, your quarterback. Bring the man down the line. They're going to push it through. He's in. Give him the 2. Just power running once again by the Columbine Rebels as they cut this deficit down to 10. There's a timeout on the field. We're going to do the same. The score 28-18. The Wildcats get it back, and their offense is going to have to do something on the 53 game of the week.
A full-service florist buying direct from growers, offering the freshest product available. Get your homecoming boutonniere or corsages here. We're proud to support high school football. And remember, a dozen roses are always $9.99 at the Piccadilly Peddler.
And we are back once again. Don Martin, Sam Pagano with you. As this game comes together, it has been an interesting ball game to say the least. The Arvada West Wildcats, 28 unanswered points. Now they're trying to get something going offensively as the Columbine Rebels come back into this contest. 2 quick touchdowns on 3 drives and make it a ball game. 9:47 and counting, 28-18. Don Martin, Sam Pagano, Ron Kruk with you. It has been a fun night of football at Jefferson County Stadium. You can't get a better high school game than what we're seeing transpire right before our eyes. Cutlip and company have not been able to do anything in the second half. They had 28 excellent points put up after giving up 3 quick ones in the first half. Ball comes down, lands in the very dangerous hands Once again, a Pyatt. He gets to the outside, has the speed. He's going up the field. The kicker to beat. Can he get him? No, taken down at the 49. Beautiful return as Garrett Looney finally brings him down. This young man has had yards after yards after yards putting this thing together. 4 plays on the drive, 52 yards. Thompson 1 rush, 26 yards. Newberry 1 rush, 4 yards. Rawls was 1 for 1 passing, 32 yards. And they score that touchdown and get the 2-point conversion as well. Cutlip and company come on out. Going to the top of your screen quickly will be Craighead. Watch the return once again. There he is. Brad Pike gets to the outside, finally taken down. Going in motion right now is Phillips. Turn around. Little misdirection play. Give it to Nelson. Speed again. Crosses the midfield stripe down to the 46-yard line. Quick hit play once again by Eric Nelson. Sam Pagano joining me once again.
We're back right there. Pyatt did a great job on that return and excellent speed. And Columbine did a great job. The defensive guy played the sidelines and took care of him right there.
All right, Sammy, as we get this thing set up and ready to go, there you are. 9 minutes left in this ball game, Mr. Pagano, 28-18. And Cutlip and company have to put something together. Quickly going in motion. Right to left will be Phillips. Turn around, give it to Nelson again. Breaks it to the outside. Enough for a first down and then some. Still on his feet. Crosses inside the 35. Down to the 32-yard line. 2 powerful runs by the man Sam has been calling on all night long, Eric Nelson.
You got speed. Pyatt gives you a great return on the kickoff, and now they're running the football with Nelson. Coach Logan wants to go to that game. Why? Because he wants to take time off the clock, have a great drive. He doesn't want to explode for a touchdown. Just take time off, run the ball with Nelson. 2 good runners, 2 guys with speed, and there they go.
First down and 10, 32-yard line of the Rebels. Pyatt and Craighead check back in. They're both moving quickly over to the right side. I formation set. Krako the fullback. Nelson is your tailback. Cutlip trying to call the offense. Give it inside. Quick hit. 5-yard gain, and your fullback this time, Chet Bennett's the young man that scored the touchdown. It was not Krako, but Bennett's on that carry.
That was Bennett, the same kind of play that they had for the touchdown. The quarterback reverses out. Good little trap play, and Bennett runs up there. He's got a little hamstring right there, and he's coming out right there.
Krako comes in, Bennett comes off. Looks like he's holding that shoulder as well. He was banged. I guess it was the shoulder. Todd Martin, Sam Pagano having more fun than you should be allowed to have on a Friday night.
I said it was a hamstring.
And it was closer. You were closer to it than I was. Up at the top of the screen, Craighead. Lower into your screen, Phillips. Drop straight back. Inside. Hand off to Krako. He isn't going anywhere.
Well, they tried to run the trap, and Columbine just stuffed it. The guard or tackle tried to get across the line of scrimmage, and Dusty was right there. Hofsnyder and Flaherty was right there to stuff him.
Nailed him quickly. Never even made it back to the original line of scrimmage. 3rd down, 6 yards to go. Pyatt comes back in. Coming out of the contest is Phillips. This defense has had a great second half for the Rebels. A couple of big runs by Nelson, and that's been about it. Lower end of your screen, Pyatt. Up at the top of the screen, Craighead. I formation set. Nelson the tailback. Cutlip is your quarterback. Looking for Nelson. No, drop straight back. Over the middle, Pyatt's there. Ball up in the air. Great defense. Coming across the back of the field was Thompson. Gets his hand in the air, knocks it away at the last opportunity. Helped by Mike Kraft. Great defensive play.
Watch the play here. The quarterback has great time, but watch the 2 defensive backs, Kraft and Thompson, right there. Just go up, knock the ball down. Great play right there. Now we got a 4th down situation. I don't think Awest is going to go for the field goal, but it's 4th down territory. And let's see what they do here. Now Cutlip's looking to the sidelines. He's going to have to call a timeout. They're going to get a delayed game.
Absolutely. Cutlip calls that timeout. 7:07 left in the ball game. 28-18. Wildcats with the lead and the ball. We'll be right back after this on TV 53 Sports.
When it comes to chicken wings, there just ain't nothing better than Willie's Wings. Try our sports special. It's just the ticket for those hungry sports fans at your house. Get 100 wings for $23.99. Or buy 40 wings and get 10 free. Willie's Wings delivers, or you can stop by today. They're easy to find in the Arvada Plaza at 9296 West 58th Avenue. You know, when it comes to chicken wings, there just ain't nothing better. Willie's Wings in the Arvada Plaza.
I don't know about you, Sam, but I had a couple of Willie's wings, and my goodness, that was some outstanding eating at the beginning of this game.
Good wings. Let's see what they got with the fourth down. Coach Logan's still in the huddle. He's coaching them up. They're either going to go Cutlip to Pyatt, and that's what you got to look for.
Did
There's number 3, and there's number 9, and he's still telling them what to do.
Yeah, but you see him talking right to Pyatt's face, telling him, I want you to go in and out.
And we got single coverage. I didn't hear that, but he's got Kraft.
No, with his hands, I can read at sign
got
language.
Kraft, number 40 on Pyatt. Let's see what they do here.
Pyatt wide right. Dern in the slot. Dropping straight back. Cutlip looking at him. Cutlip wants Pyatt. Goes underneath. Pyatt is there, and does he catch that football? And they're saying, no, he did not. It bounced on the ground before he caught it. Nice defense again by Mike Kraft. Kraft has had a very good
the secondary plays well, and that's tough to cover Kraft. And I'll tell you, Cutlip did a good job of getting out of the pocket and throwing that little hook, that curl pattern to Pyatt with the way they wanted to run it.
Absolutely. I mean, and you knew it was going to Pyatt. Kraft had him one-on-one. He knows that he has more speed than he does. Very, very impressive defense by a wide receiver in Mike Kraft.
It's your best against their best. Kraft and Pyatt, a good matchup.
That's true.
And Columbine won that match.
7 minutes left in this ball game. 28-18. Columbine has scored with 2 of their last 3 possessions. If they can score again here, it becomes very, very interesting.
Well, they need 2 scores to go ahead.
Well, yeah, but I mean, you put one up now, and it makes things very interesting for an onside kick, etc. Drops straight back, find Kraft underneath. He sets it up. Needs to go forward, however. He came back 2 yards.
He came inside. He's got to go outside and get out of bounds. They got to be very precious. Their time is against them, and they need to save time. But when you're not a passing team and you work a little bit on your 2-minute offense, you know, for Arvada West, that's routine. For Columbine, they don't take that much time, I think, in practice to, to throw the ball in their 2-minute offense.
2nd down and 8, 31-yard line. You're probably right.
They probably do. I take that back, but they're much better at it because they're a passing team.
Scott Thompson straight up the middle. Quick dive play. He crosses the 35-yard line down to the 36. Pyatt with the tackle.
Take care of that do-rag, will you? That handkerchief that he's got.
You don't like that? I think that looks pretty cool.
No, I don't like this.
Well, see, how old are you?
I'm too old.
You're 61.
61?
I was just trying to say, that's why you don't like it. Sam Pagano, 40-some years old. I'm 30-some years old, and I kind of think it's a sharp-looking piece of the apparatus there. Ronnie Lott put that in style a long time ago. Dump-off pass, finds the man, Scott Thompson out of the backfield, gets enough for the first down. A big 3rd down and 2, Sam.
Nice play,
as Thompson
nice
connects.
Well executed, and Rawls did a good job of rolling and getting the ball to his receivers.
If you're Andy Lowry, you have to be pleased right now with the way your offense has stayed in the ballgame.
Well, they're composed, as he said. They're coming back. There's Coach Logan standing on the sideline, just looking it over and saying, stop them and give me the ball back.
1st down and 10. Ball at the 46-yard line right now of the Rebels. They have the football and trail 28-18. 5:44 and counting. Rawls drops straight back. Sets up a screen. Thompson has it. Can he get away? Still on his feet. Oh, tripped up as he crosses the midfield stripe down to the 47 in Wildcat territory.
He started to cut back, and he almost got away against the grain right there. He could have got the 1st and 10. Now it's 2nd and about 4.
This has been a very interesting football game.
Good game. Columbine came back the second half and get great effort. And you know they will. They have great tradition, and Andy Lowry's going to make sure his kids perform.
15 unanswered points right now by the Rebels, trying to push it to more than that. 2nd down and 4. Dropping straight back is Rawls, looking inside. Quick dump pattern. This time he gets it into the hands of Mike Kraft. He falls backwards, and he's going to be about a half a yard shy of that 1st down. He breaks the plane to the 45, Sam, not quite to the 44, and needs to get it inside that 44.
You know, it's tough on Pyatt. He's playing both ways right now, playing a little corner. And they did that with Nelson also against Mullen and against Bear Creek. They'll play both. And that's tough for corners to go both ways because they could run you off for 50, 60 yards.
Well, yeah, Pyatt and Kraft going against each other. Quarterback keep right up the middle, gets enough for the 1st down. They're going to mark him now at the 42-yard line. He gets that 1st down by 2 solid yards.
Good effort, good surge by the offensive line, and they knocked him out of there to get the 1st and 10.
Travis Rawls and company for the Columbine Rebels. 2 very big 3rd down conversions in succession now on this drive. 4:26 and counting. 28-18. With the football, the Rebels. With the lead, the Wildcats. Rebels in Wildcat territory, however. Dropping straight back is Rawls. Looking for his man down the sideline. He's out there. Overthrows the outstretched arms, however.
That's good. They went deep. They're stretching them and trying to go with the streak play right there. Rawls got good protection, but they just didn't execute it.
Suncob out there to catch that ball, unable to get his hands on it. Young man is a big game player. We watched him quite a few years now, and really has come up big in that slot position. Ball, however, with that ball touching the ground, best thing happened for the Rebels was that it stopped the clock.
Saves some
4:14
time.
and counting. Second down and 10. 42-yard line of the Wildcats. Wildcats in purple, Rebels in the gray and white. TV 53's game of the week. Don Martin Sampagano along with Ron Kruk. Ball out in the flat, overthrows Sunclob again, and Sunclob was out there all by himself that time.
I tell you, Rawls got pressured, but did he throw a strike? Moving to his left, that was a well-executed play, and his strong arm threw the ball out there, just didn't connect. Rawls is a good-looking athlete that probably has a future, maybe a Division I player of what I've seen tonight, or
could be.
He looks good.
Once again, Jason Lucas, I mean, he let Sunclob come from behind him. Can't allow that to happen again. Third down and 10, offside. It's going to be encroachment on the defense, and the defense knows it. You can just tell by the face, I mean, just boom, quickly.
David Bolcher, he's had 8 sacks. He had 1 tonight, and he was anxious to go. Number 79, he wanted to get another one.
They're going to mark this one off. It's going to give him a 5-yard gain. It's going to become a third down and 5 now instead of third and 10. A little bit more workable for the Rebels. Once again, 2 successive third down conversions already on this drive. This would be number 3.
This is the 4th down. This is 4 down territory.
Oh, absolutely.
Right? He's going to go
absolutely.
for it no matter what. 2 good, solid running plays, and maybe he can get the 1st and 10.
4 minutes, 9 seconds left in the ball game. 28-18. Wildcats with the lead. Rebels with the football. A couple of wideouts off to the top of the screen. Flip it quickly back. Once again in the hands of Newberry. Can he turn the corner? He does turn the corner. Where are they going to mark him down? They're going to have to measure for this one. They're going to mark him at the 31-yard line. It's going to be very close to a first down.
So that's going to stop the clock while they're measuring. What the offense has got to do is get the play. Here they go on a little quick pitch. Watch Travis Rawls throw the ball out. Little quick pitch right here. They'll pull the onside tackle right there. Newberry, who's been outstanding the second half. He makes a good play. What Columbine's got to do, they're going to start the clock. They got to have the play. As soon as the change is set, boom, they got to come out of the huddle and go with it.
Sam, the official decided, Dan Weichel, the referee, he looked at it and said, that's enough for the first down. Give it to him. Boom. First down now, and 10 from the 32-yard line is where they're going to mark it down. 32-yard line of the Wildcats. Rebels with the ball. Set up the screen.
Ooh.
Oh, through the hands of Hester. Right through the hands, hits him in the face, and he had a little bit of room in front of him.
That was a good call on first down. They're going to be there. They thought they'd get in a rush. They've been after the quarterback. That was a great call with the screen. They just don't execute it.
Homecoming for the Arvada West Wildcats. They fall behind 3-0 in the first period. End of the period was 3-0 once again for the Rebels. 28 unanswered points by the Arvada West Wildcats, and then boom, once again coming back, 15 unanswered points now in the third period for the Rebels. Rawls drops straight back, looking, pumps, has plenty of time, goes over the middle, intercepted. Lucas with the interception, the 20, 25, still on his feet, out at the 30-yard line. He threw that in a pack of 5 purple jerseys and 1 white Columbine jersey.
Well, as soon as Kraft came off the line of scrimmage, Rawls was looking at him all the way, took him on a slant, took him over the middle. Watch it. His eyes are on him all the way. And everyone in the purple jersey saw that. Terrible read, and Lucas makes a great interception, and that should be the ball game. The defense for Arvada West after last week, it's big. And I think that penalty's on Arvada West right there.
Unsportsmanlike conduct, it looks like. We're going to have to find out what
we have
the
a
officials
player
are saying.
down there also, right? Or they're just talking to the official.
Exactly. I'd like to know what they called, or somebody said something or whatever.
We'll need Ron Kruk. Ron Kruk going to help us out.
Well, Dave's talking to the umpire right now, Dan Weichel. And now you have 2 umpires, or 2 officials in there, and Logan has his hand on his head. But if that indeed, it depends now. Is that going to be after the interception, before the interception? What are they going to call?
Maybe it's a dead
ball foul. Then it moves it back 15 more yards from the 30, so it's going to put it down at the 15-yard line. 3 minutes, 34 seconds left in this ball game, and it is a dead ball foul. Move it back 15, and Steve Cutlip and company will come in. Unsportsmanlike conduct on the dead ball foul. Ron Kruk is down on the field, and we're going to find out exactly what just happened. Take it away, Ron.
Guys, interesting call on that last one. Awest wanted the late hit, but the referee said that once he was out of bounds, the other players on the bench gathered around and sort of got on the Columbine player, so they called the foul on Arvada West. A big surprise. Columbine needs the ball. Time's running out. Look for them to start stripping. The coaches were on them to get to the ball, get that ball loose, whatever you have to do. Back to you upstairs.
Nelson with the football. Thank you very much, Ron. A quick dive right up the middle, unable to get out of the outstretched hands of Hofschneider and pulled down after a gain of 1.
What did he say? They got around the Columbine player. They didn't jump on him. They didn't hit him. They got around him, huh?
I guess gotting around is a bad thing to do. Or is that getting around?
We got Columbine call the timeout.
Sam Pagano, Don Martin, both English majors. And when we come back, we'll try to pull out that Webster's Dictionary and tell you exactly what just happened right after this on TV 53 Sports. We'll be right back.
Camp headquarters for rugged, cold weather and work boots. Lowest year-round prices and complete Levi headquarters. Visit us in Old Town Arvada and receive a free pocket chainsaw or magic stretch gloves.
And we are back. Still a timeout on the field. The Columbine Rebels trying to stop that clock, Sam. 3:20 left in the game. They trail 28-18. Arvada West has the football about the 18-yard line, their own 18-yard line after that penalty. You never say quit. And Andy Lowry and his team's trying to prove that right now by using all their timeouts and giving them an opportunity because their defense in the second half has literally shut the Arvada West offense down.
It's been real strong. They've done a great job. Let's see if they could hold them here and use their timeouts.
Some dangerous weapons on that field, however. Pyatt at the top of your screen. Nelson is your tailback. Dropping straight back, going underneath. Pyatt has it. Nope. Ball bounces off of him, thrown behind him quickly by Steve Cutlip. Cutlip came into the game with 1,420 yards to lead everybody in the state in Class 5A with 16 touchdowns. Has a couple more touchdowns here tonight passing. Also has a big run, and it has to be upward towards at least 250 on the passing yardage.
You know, I followed Awest. You have too. Would you say if they only score 28, this might be one of their lowest totals in 2 years?
Absolutely.
And I know you talk to Dave a lot more than I do, that, you know, that 28 points would be one of their lowest totals, huh?
Sure. They averaged 37 points a game coming into this game tonight. It lets you know how good this Rebel defense really is. Here they come, almost with another sack. Quick stick. Pyatt went for the ball, had no chance of catching it. He was just removed completely from the play by Garrett Looney. I mean, he separated him from that ball so fast, Pyatt had no chance.
I'll tell you what, Columbine has had some outstanding plays. Now, you got to watch Garrett Looney. He had that punt return against Arapahoe for 65 yards. If they give him the ball, he's got a chance right here.
Columbine's defense, 9 sacks coming into the game tonight, Sam, within 5 games. They have 2 more tonight, so they have 11 sacks in the season.
Looks like there's a little confusion with Columbine how to line up on this, but now they're lined up, and Awest ready to punt it away.
Solansky in to punt it, Looney back to receive it. He's sitting at the 50-yard line. Here comes the pressure, and Solansky was shaken up a bit as that ball was hit straight up in the air. Takes another beautiful Arvada West bounce. Their special teams coach must be teaching them how to hit it just right on the tip, because that ball has bounced right for them all night long off of punts, and he ends up getting it out to the 48-yard line of the Wildcats.
Let's see what they do right here. Let's see if they use their 2-minute offense. We got 3:05 left in the ball game, and Columbine needs a score and an onside kick.
Down by 10, 28-18. Don Martin, Sam Pagano, Ron Kruk with you. TV 53 Sports, the game of the week. A wide out off to each side. Travis Rawls, the quarterback, drops straight back. Gets plenty of time, lays it out in the flat, finds his tight end, Justin White. White pick up maybe 4 yards on the play. He crosses the 45. They're going to bring him down around the 43-yard line.
Lucas has had a lot of good plays, and he just came up, number 12 right there, to make the tackle, plus his interception.
Lucas is a big-time linebacker. I mean, he has done a great job at linebacker well, he was a linebacker last year. This year he's a strong safety. Does a very, very nice job back there.
Yes, he does. Good player.
Quick draw right up the middle. Nowhere to go. Thompson couldn't even get his feet started that time.
That's a good call. You think you're going to get a pass rush right there, and then, you know, they did that with the screen on first down. They go draw on second down, and it's saying Ryan Palmer, number 50, was right there and did a good job.
Timeout on the field. The Columbine Rebels stopping this clock once again. 2:28 and counting in the ball game. 28-18. We'll take a timeout as well, as this timeout continues to be called down on the field. You see Andy Lowry come out onto the field, and when we come back, we'll show you exactly what happens and what transpires on this 3rd down and 5. A big 5 yards that need to be gained by the Rebels right here on TV 53 Sports.
Or a homeowner, think Arvada Rentals first. They rent most everything. Arvada Rentals. Call today, 422-1212.
And we are back once again. Wildcat cheerleaders having a good time. Once again, it is homecoming at Jefferson County Stadium. Vi Hansen was in here a moment ago. He's the man in charge of the grass on that field. Needless to say, he's not in charge of a whole lot.
We told
just kidding.
We told him that he was in charge of that gravel down there.
That's sand, Sam.
We
That is no longer gravel. They put sand in the middle of that field 3 years ago and spent hundreds of thousands of dollars for that sand. Dropping straight back, looking for his man in the flat, wide open once again. Sun Club comes down empty-handed as the ball is dropped.
Well, Pyatt just reached out and put his hand up there, and the receiver just couldn't look it in. That would have been a big play.
Oh, he probably would have scored on that play.
We got standing right behind us Ron Mitchell, the ex-principal of Columbine High School. And,
absolutely.
My athletic director when he was in Fairview up in about 1978, 79. And
watch this
here
play.
we go. Let's watch this replay right here. There's Travis Rawls trying to throw the fade. Good protection. Lays it up. Watch Pyatt just stick his hands right there and breaks the concentration.
Absolutely. I mean, it was more Pyatt than it was on Sean Suncloud. 2:21 and counting. 4th down and 5. Going for it. Here comes a backside pressure. Can't get rid of it. Unbelievable job by Ryan Palmer. The blitz was put on. This ball goes over on downs. The Arvada West Wildcats get it back at their own 48 with 2:16 and counting left in the ball game.
That's a good call by Rudy Andrade, the defensive coordinator, to put a pressure on. There's Palmer, excited.
Very excited. Timeout on the field. We'll do the same. Find out what that penalty is in a moment on TV 53 Sports.
Arvada Silicon Village is proud to sponsor our area high schools and glad to be your local supplier of all your computer needs at 5601 Old Wadsworth in Old Town Arvada. The best in service support, new and used computers, as well as those needed repairs and upgrades. Arvada Silicon Village, 421-2030.
And we are back. It appears to be another unsportsmanlike conduct on the Arvada West Wildcats. They are saying dead ball foul once again. Unsportsmanlike conduct, bring it back, and that ball goes all the way back to the 31-yard line. You have to watch what you say in front of those officials.
Well, I wonder what happened there. I don't know if it wasn't, you know, if they pushed or a celebration when, you know, when they made the sack, or if they, you know, did something really. They did something unsportsmanlike.
They did something, yes. I mean, they won't tell us exactly what happened. Nelson alone back in the backfield. Cutliff the quarterback. A wide out off to each side. Look for Nelson to get the football.
Nope.
Oh, no.
They went the
Cutliff tries
wrong way.
keeping it, and he is just gang tackled. Nowhere to go, as he was just snagged by Brian Riley, and then everybody else just cold-cocked him.
You
from
know,
there.
you're upset as a coach. You want to run the clock out. Your two best players are your quarterback, your tailback, and all they were going to do is run the zone play to the right. I think Nelson stepped to the right, Cutliff went to the left, and they just don't have their heads screwed on right a couple times offensively. You know what causes that? Homecoming week. That's what coaches always blame that on. Homecoming.
Who told us that last week? Mike Wolford, Cherry Creek.
He was upset.
He says, I can't stand homecoming. You have 2 or 3 kids that have to come out of the locker room. You get a 20-minute halftime.
Nah, that's
just
all.
messes everything up.
Don't mess anything up.
2nd down and 17 after the loss. Pyatt and Craig
It's a good thing to blame it on, though. As a coach, you got to blame it on something.
Craig had spread out wide to the top of your screen. Lower end is Brad Pyatt.
If it would be you, you'd go home and kick your dog.
Absolutely right. And then my wife and my little one be all mad at me for kicking the dog. Don Martin, Sam Pagano, Ron Kruk with you. TV 53 Sports. Jeffco Stadium, the officials still having a little confusion down there on the field. Dave Logan wants to know exactly what happened. And Dan Weichel's coming over here to appease the coach and tell him.
Come on, let's play the game. Let's talk about it after.
They're still discussing. 123
you think
and counting.
Dave has a habit. He goes up and always grabs the back of his head.
It's one of those, would you please, sir, explain to me what happened? Okay. He said, okay. Mr. Weichel's not finished, though.
It seems like
he's coming back.
Got more to say there. You got a minute and 45 seconds.
Oh, they just put time on the board. It was 1:23 when I looked up there a second ago. Those are your friends next door. Ask them what's going on.
Oh, I tell you what. I got to talk to those guys next door. Mel Swartz.
They're over there drinking all this soda.
Director of Jefferson County.
They're on a Pepsi caffeine high right now. They're just messing with the clock. Here comes another flag.
Delay a game.
How can be delay a game with all that stuff going on?
They delay a game on the referee and Logan for taking too much time to
The
talk.
outside official comes in to speak to Dan Weichel. And
Encroachment.
No?
Illegal procedure.
Someone started a little early. Well, the poor offensive lineman was in a three-point stance the entire time you guys were talking. Got a cramp in his forearm. This clock continues to tick on down. For all intent and purposes, this game is over. 28-18. The Wildcats have the lead. The guys next door have decided to allow the clock to go on running. They will not put more time on. Second down and 22. Nelson, the lone back in the backfield. Pyatt to the lower end of your screen. Craighead at the top. Cutlip is your quarterback. Turns behind him. Hands himself quickly the ball off to the speedy little Nelson. Nelson breaks the plane to the 30 out to the 33-yard line. And it's going to be a third down and a ways to go. 1:08 left in this ball game. Let's go on down to the field and bring in Ron Kruk, find out exactly what the professor has to tell us. Ron?
Guys, some interesting things going on this field between Dave Logan and the head referee. The Arvada West team thinks they've been getting the shaft here on a lot of these penalty calls, and Dave Logan and the ref have been getting toe-to-toe, face-to-face. They're going at it. But right now, it looks like Arvada West is going to run this clock out. But very strange that you usually don't see that in high school football, a coach and the referee going at each other like that and no penalties called. So pretty interesting. Back to you upstairs.
I've been in those.
Hey, Ron, this isn't baseball. They don't kick you out for kicking dirt.
Hey,
Sam Pagano's been in more scuffles with referees in his 30 years as a coach.
And you know who wins that battle? The referee.
But yeah, but you were, I mean, I've had an opportunity to call Pagano games, okay, where that vein on his neck sticks out about 4 inches. He's beat red. Dave Logan looked, you know, other putting his hand up on the top of his head saying, excuse me, sir, but explain what's going on.
You got it mixed up. That was Pete Levine at Mullen. That was him,
and
not
fast
me.
ready to zone too. But no, that's not a rarity in high school football. I guarantee you that.
Referee wins all the time.
Well, and as you can tell, Ron Kruk, by looking at him, he is just fresh out of high school himself. Columbine High School, as a matter of fact. Nelson with a quick shot up the middle as they continue to run this clock inside the 1 minute mark now, Sam. 28-18.
This is what you want. You want to stay in the huddle, take a delayed game so you know get as much time off. You don't want to punt the football.
I still can't get over Kruk. Feels like they've been getting the shaft. Okay, that's a nice way of putting it. We have gone to Webster's, what, 6 or 7 times here tonight.
And then also getting around the other player.
Cutlip walks on out to the huddle. Yes, indeed, this is high school sports. We have a good time. We have a great crew on hand. Gil Barkey, he is the best producer-director in the game right now. Delay of game is going to be called on the Arvada West Wildcats, and this party continues. Look at this.
And well, the three of us will all sign up for a grammar class on Monday.
They just called delay a game. Dave Logan puts his hands right on his hips, looks right out at that official, sets his group in, says kick this away. And like Sam says, you will never win that battle. They're going to finally punt this one away. Coming in to do the honors will be Solanke. Coming back is Looney. Not related to Doug Looney, the outstanding writer of the Sports Illustrated fame. Best punt of the night. Gets his foot into it, lands at the 41. Looney just turns his shoulder and runs. 50, 45, 40, still on his feet. 30. Knocked out of bounds at about the 29-yard line, it looks like, from here. Now they're going to bring it back out to the 30. It's going to be a first down and 10 for the Rebels with 14 seconds left in the ball game.
We got an Awest player down. I tell you, one of the column guys on when they set up the picket fence to get a block, boy, they got a running start and knocked him down.
So in other words, he's already reading the Saturday paper across the field.
Yes, he is.
Putting a few numbers in front of his face mask, saying how many fingers are held up, son. And all you got to say here is we don't want anybody hurt. There's 14 seconds left in the ball game.
Throw it to the end zone.
And let's just hope this young man gets up, because they're messing with his knee, Sam. And you don't ever like to see that, whether it's high school, college, or pros. He's going to get up here, and while he gets up, we're going to go ahead and take our final timeout of the evening right here on TV 53 Sports. And we'll give you exactly the prognosis after this.
The Florendinos family invites you to experience the taste of Old Italy. We guarantee quality, freshness, and the finest ingredients. We have Arvada's best calzones, gourmet pizza, and lunch buffet. Join us at Florendino's, 65th and Wadsworth, today.
On the special teams.
And we are back. Jake Goody unable to put a lot of pressure on that right knee. Definitely, the prayers are with him. We do not like seeing anybody, especially at this level, go down. And that does not look good, as he can't put any pressure on that right leg.
They're going to throw the ball to Kraft way in the corner of the end zone right here. They got cover two. They got pot, but they're backing Pyatt up. Just get deep. Don't let him get behind you. That's what the coaches are telling him.
14 seconds left in the ball game. 28-18, dropping straight back. Here comes the pressure. Gets the ball up. And it was just sailing over everybody. Closest person to that football was Jason Lucas of the Wildcats.
What you got is three people just running streaks. Two wideouts up there at the top of the screen and Kraft at the bottom. And you got Pyatt covering Kraft. And they played pretty good defense. They just backed it up right there.
Well, you have 11 seconds left. Took 3 seconds off the clock for that play to transpire. Do the same thing for 3 more plays.
Should go trips and go Hail Mary maybe over here to the wide side.
What are your friends next door doing? They have 4th and 22 up on the board. 2nd down and 10, dropping straight back. Here comes the pressure. Travis lets it go. Up in the air. Lucas, 2nd interception of the night as he's back cherry picking. He's going to catch that one in the end zone, bring it back on the touchback to the 20. This one's over. They're going to come out and take a knee with 3 seconds left. The final score is going to be 28-18. But let's watch this again as Lucas goes high up in the air. Tremendous
he's playing
athlete.
Center field right there, and that's his 2nd interception of the night. And Lucas, good play, and comes up big for Rudy Andrade's defense tonight.
28-18 is going to be the final. Ebb and flow throughout the contest. You've had Arvada down, then they take the lead. Then you have Columbine coming back, putting up a couple scores, and just couldn't quite fight back in it. Andy Lowry and his group going to go ahead and regroup, pull things back together this week. This is their first loss in league.
Yes, it is, and they got to look forward. They still probably have maybe Arvada to play, and I know they got Bear Creek to play. They've beaten Pomona, and they got a couple other schools to play it. I can't think of them right offhand. But he's got to be pleased with what they've done the second half.
Cutlip's going to take a knee. That's going to be it. 3 seconds, 2 seconds, 1, and that will do it. The clock is empty. Cutlip has the football. 28-18 the score. The Arvada West Wildcats win on their homecoming. When we come back, we'll kind of recap what's happened here tonight and get rid of this one on TV 53 Sports.
Family portraits are a gift you give yourself, your children, and generations to come. At Cliff Ammons Contemporary Photography, we have the experience to capture the special qualities of your family. Call today for family portraits, weddings, senior pictures, or to capture baby's first year. We have a fantastic outdoor portrait park and a complete custom frame shop. We're Christian family owned and operated and serve the entire metro area. So call us today at 343-7388.
What is the light? Unity, bringing the people of Denver closer together.
The light is understanding, knowing there's someone there that really cares.
The light is friendship, being there for each other in a deeper way.
The light is inspiration, encouraging us to walk in the light for ourselves and those around
The
us.
light is strength, giving us all we need in our times of weakness.
The light is everything you hope and more.
For 18 years, Carmine Leonardo's Meat Market, an Italian deli, has served top-quality aged beef, homemade sausages, imported deli meats and cheeses, and fresh, delicious sandwiches. Stop by one of our 2 locations today.
Pro Football Weekend Kickoff Show. Taped live every Wednesday at Fiore's. Start your football weekend off right. Each week, the unbeatable team of Irv Brown, Joe Williams, Gil Whiteley, and a special guest keep you ahead of the game. The Pro Football Weekend Kickoff Show airs every Saturday afternoon at 4 o'clock here on TV 53. The Light, KWHD, Denver.
A full-service florist buying direct from growers, offering the freshest product available. Get your homecoming boutonniere or corsages here. We're proud to support high school football. And remember, a dozen roses are always $9.99 at the Piccadilly Peddler.
And we are back once again at Jefferson County Stadium. Don Martin along with my partners here tonight, the one and only Sam Pagano, Ron Kruk down on the sideline. We'll hear from Ron here in a moment. But there's a good shot on your screen of the Arvada West Wildcats. They're homecoming tonight. They win this game 28-18. Sam, they trailed 3-0 at the end of one. Halftime, they were up 21-3. The offense was really rolling. They come out in the third quarter, put up a score. And then the defense for Columbine played like they were possessed and really shut down that offense. And their offense started rolling a little bit.
Well, let's take this is good medicine for Arvada West. They got beat last week by Bear Creek. They were down all week, but they came back. They won the ball game. But I don't think that they were outstanding offensively.
Sure.
But I thought, you know, their speed, their 2 receivers, and then their quarterback, Cutlip. But I thought, you know, they got to feel good about their defense. They still scored 28 points. They win the ball game. And then we'll come back and talk a little bit about Columbine.
Well, their defense did a magnificent job. They've been averaging, giving up per game 28 points tonight. They only gave up 18, and to be honest with you, it really was an outstanding defensive effort on both sides of the field. Let's go down to the man who had a bird's eye view throughout the evening, including some of the best superlatives of the night. Here he is, the one and only Ron Kruk. Ron?
Thanks, guys. Well, Dave Logan did make it off the field without any confrontation with the refs, although they were going at it for a long time. Quick update on Jake Good, the player who was injured for Arvada West just before. They did actually carry him off the field. He's limping. All I could get right now is that it is his right knee. Hoping that it's just a sprain right now, but we don't know. It's too early to find out, but of course our prayers go out to him. So that's going to wrap it up from down here on the field, guys. Had a great time. Back to you upstairs.
Well, thank you, our young friend. We had a great time with you as well. I mean, the best Columbine cheerleader here in the building, and once again, picking on Dave Logan.
He's doing it. He's talking a lot about Logan.
He was, wasn't he? Talking a lot of garbage about my man. Once again, the final score here, 28-18, Sam. And as we wrap this thing up, we do want to compliment Andy Lowry on a magnificent recovery from one half to the next. I mean, we're looking at a situation. He was a little upset with the way it came off in the first half. One bad punt, which it was blocked, an interception, and this is a different ball game.
Well, they did. He did a good job at halftime. He said, we could get our composure with our offense. I'm very proud of my defense. I'm taking his words. They did get their composure. They came back offensively. They came up short, but they got something to build on to keep it going for next week.
And if Andy Lowry can keep his guys going, even if, once again, this Arvada West team rolls and Bear Creek rolls, Columbine can still take a third seed out of here. But Columbine still has a chance of taking number one. They beat Bear Creek.
That's right.
And it catapults them right up front.
That's right.
So, I mean, a whole lot of football left to be played at Jefferson County Stadium. We'll be back here a couple of times as well. Time to say goodnight. We want to say goodnight and thank you to all of our camera folks, everybody in the truck. Gil Barkey, who was the producer-director here tonight. For my partners up here in the booth, Sam Pagano, Ron Kruk on the field. I'm Don Martin. See you next week. Same time, same station, TV 53 Sports. Have a good weekend.